Okay, let's get into it. First round here, which is the third round in the tournament. We got Pedro Torres not playing Mew. On the left side is Pedro Torres, but Pedro is actually playing the prize cards on the right side. It's some kind of Lost Box build, and Ward is playing the Mew deck. Double Mew VMAX prize. That's actually not good, because that shuts off the early Max Miracles, which you like to do so you can like conserve or don't have to find a switch card. Also, the Roxanne in here is interesting. No Iono going with the Roxanne. Could still play Iono, I guess, but also plays the Roxanne. And there's a Judge prize as well. I'm not sure. We'll find out if it's Fusion or Double Turbo. My guess is Double Turbo. The Minior start from Pedro. I don't know if you love to see it or not, to be honest. Pedro is playing a Lost Zone deck, which generally has a good Lost Box matchup, but with the glasses, you can one-hit KO like Iron Hands, which is kind of cool. Yeah, it's kind of cool. All right. Heads off the... Is that a Cram? And it looks like it is... Oh, it is Fusion Mew. It is Fusion Mew. Oh, is it Excelgor Mew, actually? It might be the Gore. But in this matchup, you just go... Well, actually, does Ward know... Does Ward know what he's up against here? Maybe not. It's possible Ward doesn't. But you don't bench a Shelmet. You would just keep your bench space open, I guess. Genesect 1 for 1. Force. Genesect 2 for 1. Oh, gets aggressive on the Forest Seal Stone all of a sudden. I don't hate it. So it's Excelgor with Fusion. Oh, there's also Ice Cube. So it's Excelgor with Fusion with... Yeah, it's a squad, it looks like. Hella squad. Like a 2-2 Excelgor, maybe? Because I think I saw 3 green guys and the Ice Cube. Genesect right to the discard pile. Love to see it. Love to see it. And then goes for the Mew. So I would assume Ward knows what he's up against if he's going to fill his bench like that. Because leaving no room for... leaving no room for the Shelmet means... And they're like playing Minior and Charizard like isn't unreasonable. So like it could be a Charizard here, theoretically. I don't know about... Okay, we're not done yet, actually. Another Force Seal Stone. Why not? Get out of the deck. Yeah, the Retreat. I was like, hopefully the Retreat comes in here. And there's the pass. Let's see what Pedro can put together. I know Pedro plays Roaring Moon. I'm pretty sure. It is some form of Lost Zone here for Pedro. There's a lot of stuff in Pedro's deck. There's the Colress off the Pokegear. Love to see it, I think. You love to see it. So Roaring Moon is going to be a big part of Pedro's game plan. Definitely want to get that. Actually, the Cram Punch here is really good for Pedro because Ward did. Now, Pedro doesn't know this. I mean, if Pedro did know this, that'd be interesting. But because of Ward prize 2 Mew VMAX, and there's already a Fusion Energy on the bench Mew V, it's like gets a little awkward for Ward to like actually use Psychic Leap. There can actually be like a really interesting play here that probably won't happen, but like, no, there's no way it happens. Like the punch on this Mew V could be actually a pretty big deal because if Ward doesn't like the Cram Punch, usually you want to Cram Punch a Genesect because a Genesect can't use Psychic Leap. I don't know if you guys knew this. Genesect can't use Psychic Leap, and because of that, you can't remove the damage that Cram does. But the Cram punching the Mew V can be just as effective if that Mew V can't Psychic Leap. And because there's a Fusion Energy on the bench Mew V, it's possible Ward doesn't get the energy to make the active Mew V be able to attack with Mew V Max, which would be interesting. We'll see if it actually matters. Oh yeah, Pedro also plays Moltres V. So 2 Battle VIP off that Colress gets rid of the Iron Hands and the Counter Catcher. The Counter Catcher honestly is pretty good in this matchup though to chase Genesects. But with stuff like Moltres V, Pedro can kind of probably just bully through the active there. I'm curious if Pedro plays... Okay, it is Greninja build. I'm sure. I didn't remember. So double Battle VIP, we'll see probably Greninja, Comfy Cram, I assume, off these 2 Battle VIPs. We'll see what Pedro goes for. It has that Moltres in the hand. I wonder if... I assume not. Pedro probably won't try and aggressively load up the Moltres. Probably save that to load up in one turn with a Mirage Gate. Because if you load it up too early, like, Ward can just boss KO the Moltres and maybe even Lost City, which you don't really want. So... little prize check in action. Love to see it. Second Battle VIP. Like I said, probably Cram Greninja, but I'll be curious to see what Pedro grabs. Just get the... Oh, third Comfy? No Greninja's interesting. Comfy Greninja? Okay, so maybe Pedro's just not... Pedro might just not actually attack with Cram here. You generally just want to attack with Cram if you can, but Pedro might just be trying to get to 7 as soon as possible and see more cards, just to try and 1-KO Mew VMAXs with Moltres. The thing with this thing though is like Ward can just like Psychic Leap to play around that. And like the knowledge of like Lost Box in the current format, you should definitely be playing around Moon. So if Pedro just like hangs a Comfey in the active next turn, then Ward should Psychic Leap it and like KO with Psychic Leap and just push up a UV and be like, okay, if you want to use Moon here, you only get 2 prize cards. So that's why getting the Cram Punches can be like pretty good. There's still a Nest Ball in the hand though for Pedro. Oh, actually Pedro's hand is just dead. Pedro's hand is just dead. All right. We still want to see the Psychic Leap. Ooh, only 2 in the lost one? Yeah, we still want to see a Psychic Leap here from Ward. So Ward wants a Psychic Leap here. There's a Mew. There's a Sparkle. So you could just Sparkle this turn and load up some energy. That's probably the best route to take here as Ward. And then I don't know about the... Oh, draws 1. I don't like that. Should just immediately Sparkle here. Maybe trying to find a Judge. I guess maybe that's a kind of fair. I don't know. If you're only drawing 1, I would just want to get things moving, to be honest. You also don't want to draw into a Fusion Energy because you need to get things moving. Yeah, the Mews are getting loaded. Also, I wasn't sure about that Box of Disaster placement, to be honest. But it's probably chill there. It's probably chill. Honestly, if there's no Stadium in play, Roy and Moon can only KO you. No, but that gets around Box of Disaster. Yeah, because you don't really want to Psychic Leap that energy back to the deck. But or the Tool card back to the deck. But you always want to be able to Psychic Leap. Here we go. Draw 1 again. I like probably not Palpating there for Sparkle is probably correct. Got another energy, so you can attach that for turn to the Mew V and then draw 1 again. And we should probably see a boss here from Ward, to be honest. Honestly, oh no, you can't. You just use Sparkle. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. Here we go. One last 1 for 1. Another boss. Perfect. Yeah. You do, like I said, you do want a Psychic Leap here, though. Oh, actually, I like this better from Ward. You can Psychic Leap to keep the Mew V max in play. This is actually perfect from Ward. And then you just leave this Mew V in there as well. You don't really care about losing the energy. Like, you're always going to end up with a Mew V in your active anyways. And yeah, you don't really... If you lose the energy, it's kind of just like, who cares? What does the Moltres V bring here? A Dark-type attacker to 1 KO Mew V max. That's basically it. So Pedro now has... now Pedro has 2 Dark-type attackers. All right, that's another reason it's important to actually punch with the Cram as Pedro. It's harder to Psychic Leap a Cram than it is to Psychic Leap a Mini-Or. So it's another reason like Pedro wants a Psychic Leap there, so that way you force the Mew V max to stay in play, and then Moltres and Roy and Moon can just take over the game. But yeah, but you can't Psychic Leap. But Pedro wasn't able to Psychic Leap last turn anyway, so it's not like something Pedro just didn't choose not to. But so this turn is a little bit awkward for Pedro now. But Pedro can just go for the Cram Punch here. And just go Cram Punch. Try and get the Mew VMAX into the active from Ward. Just, get him up. Like, come on, bro. Just come to the active a little bit. See what's going on. So let's see if Pedro goes for that. Because it's harder to Psychic Leap a Mew VMAX or a Cram. You need the double tablet. Stuff like that. And at a certain point, Ward could run out of tablets to actually KO a Roy and Moon. So Pedro could knock out this Mew. You just really don't want to knock out the Mew V with one of your dark 2 prize attackers. You want to wait until the Mew V Max comes up. And the faster you draw prize cards without dealing with Mew V Maxes, the harder stuff like Iono and Roxanne hit. So, and the earlier they hit as well. Well, I guess the Roxanne hits after you draw Mew V Max. But there's the Moltres. So it looks like Pedro's going to get aggressive with the Moltres. Also uses the Force Seal Stone, so another tool gone from Pedro. Because it would have been cool. Actually, Pedro can maybe do this, or could have played for this maybe. Like, Pedro could try and attack with Roy and Moon with its Calamity Storm, Calamity Strike, whatever it's called. Calamity Strike, Calamity Storm. Knock out the Mew V. And then leave the Force Seal Stone on the Moltres on the bench would be cool. But yeah, I guess that probably doesn't make too much sense to do, though. Here's another call from Pedro. We'll see what happens. Another 5. What do we got? Are we cooking? There's Moon. You got to take that. At least one of the energies as well. Maybe both energy. You get rid of the Nest Ball and the Vacuum. I mean, the Vacuum doesn't seem that good at this point. Oh, we're only getting up to 6 here, though. Do you want to keep the Vacuum to get up to 7? Maybe. That would maybe be the thing here for Pedro, because we're only at 4. We'll get to 6 off of these next 2 from Pedro. Yeah, getting rid of a Lightning Energy. And is it going to be the Nest Ball? I doubt it's ever the Water Energy. But, I don't know. Energy's pretty cool to keep. Yeah, there's a 6. We can get to 7 if we get into the other Comfey here from Pedro. Or I guess the Vacuum gets us to 7. Actually, Vacuum gets us to 8, which is pretty cool. Accelerate with the Moltres. Get to 8. Has already attached retreated, right? The attached retreat already went down. There's a gate. Sheesh. Wait, is there just no way for Pedro to get an attacker into the active here? There might not. Goodbye Heavy Ball. Goodbye Force Seal Stone. And then is it attached to Moltres Pass? I might be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure. No. Pedro switch carded. Pedro can still retreat here, I believe. I think Pedro switch carded. Because, yeah, the active died. The Mini-Or. Mini-Or dies. Push up Comfey, use Comfey, switch Comfey. So you can grab like Water Dark, Lightning Dark here. But attack with Moltres here is like really just like not that good. Like it's just not that good. I don't know if Ward plays Lost City, so then it's even worse. But like now you are giving up a 2-prize attacker. Whenever you attack with a 2-prize attacker in this matchup, you want to be KOing him UV max, basically. You want to be KOing him UV max. That's like ideal. Hitting him UV here is just so bad. Pedro did give up. Pedro did give up a counter catcher on the first turn, which would have been interesting if Pedro had kept that, to be honest. There's the attach. I assume we haven't retreated yet, because otherwise I don't really like this play from Pedro. Like overloading the Moltres. I do think we should bench the Roaring Moon here though from Pedro, just to be more set up, because next turn the Iono or Judge could hit, and then we're down that much more. So I like this. The retreat. But the attack here feels so weak, to be honest. The attack here is so weak. Feels so weak here from Pedro. We get this knockout, but it's only 2 prize cards. We give up 2 prize cards. I don't know. I guess it maybe the one thing about putting the Roaring Moon. I mean, Roaring Moon does require a lot of tablets to get KO. The one thing about putting the Roaring Moon in play, though, is like now if you whiff next turn as Pedro, if you whiff the Roaring Moon attack, then Ward just gets to go boss KO it. So that kind of stinks. Ward's hand's not great, though. It's a little locked up. Actually, it's like pretty bad. We're probably going to have to Palpat a Sparkle here, which is a pretty dead card at this point. Can burn a couple tablets as well. You got to be careful, though. If you burn too many tablets, you don't have enough tablets to KO the Roaring Moon anymore. Plays 1. Plays 2. Only has 2 left to KO the Roaring Moon. So that could actually be a pretty big deal, to be honest. Like, next turn, if Pedro's attacks with Roaring Moon, Ward might just not be able to KO it. Because you don't have enough tablets. That could be rough. Oh, there's the Box of Disaster on the Mew VMAX, though. So I guess that kind of makes it pretty safe for Ward here, to be honest. There's a draw 2, and it's a boss and an escape rope. That's so bad. Immediately retreats. And then that's it. Technoblast knockout. Okay, this is exactly what Pedro wanted to see. But we're not quite done yet here for Pedro. Yeah, it's not quite over yet. Pedro's going to get the knockout here on the Mew VMAX, go down to 1. But there's the, I don't know, that Box of Disaster makes things awkward. Oh, but there's a vacuum for the box. Okay, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. So now Ward needs to find double tablet to get the KO on this Moon. And I think the Moon should just be here from Pedro. Also gets the Moltres back. That's actually a huge deal as well. It's eyeing up Moltres. And can get the Moltres back in play. Okay, this is looking all right. This is looking pretty good for Pedro. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Looking good. Although I don't like putting the energy back yet from Pedro first. Pedro should have used concealed cards first, right? There is an energy in the... Oh, maybe not, because it is a dark energy. So you maybe just want to load up, get further... Actually, can Pedro just load up the whole squad? Can the whole squad get freaking loaded here? Maybe. Maybe just get the whole thing. Yeah, get that off Raihan, plus the energy. And you double gate. Yeah, squad's looking pretty good. Squad's looking stacked. Couple for Moon. You know how it is. Couple for Moon. Couple for Moltres. Boom, 2 to the active. Another one coming in. Put a 1 on the Moltres. Oh, wait. Oh, Pedro messed up. And you see Pedro hitting his head there. Like, oh, what'd I do? Oh, wait a second. I don't know if I like that, though, from Pedro. Puts the water on the Greninja instead of the Moltres. So now it's possible for War... Oh. Wait, has Pedro already attached for turn? No, right? Pedro can attach for turn to the Moltres. Oh, but also there's no Stadium from Pedro. So Pedro has to use... That's fine, though. Pedro will be down 1 prize card left. That should be fine, actually. Using Frenzied Gouging shouldn't make a big deal. But Pedro should have put the water on the Moltres and then attached to Moltres. I don't think Pedro's attached for turn yet, right? Raihan to the active. Moltres accelerated to itself. Gate for 2. But it should have been gate the dark active, gate the lightning to the Moltres, and then gate again. Oh, no. Dark active, water to Moltres, and then get water lightning. Put a lightning on a Comfy, put a water to the active, attach the dark to the Moltres. Because path is still a thing. So you reading... Wait, is that how that works? No, wait, what does this stop again? Abilities. Yeah, so Pedro should attach the dark here to the Moltres. I don't like not attaching the dark to the Moltres. Okay, he has the dark to the Moltres. Okay, but the water should have also gone to the Moltres, so the Moltres is fully set up. Because now Ward can go Roxanne, KO the active without needing the double tablets. But you really... To be honest, I think Pedro should have gone for... Thinking about it more, I think Pedro should have got a Stadium there. If Pedro had a Stadium left in the deck, to force the double tablets out of Ward. Make Ward work harder on the next turn. Because now Ward doesn't have to work at all for this knockout. Literally just has the KO. So there's the Frenzy Gouging. But because Pedro didn't put the water energy on the Moltres, Ward can go. It still has its ability, but Ward can go Roxanne, Path, Knockout active, And then pray Pedro whiffs a gate or a water. And Roxanne's not hitting as hard as an Iono could here, but Ward definitely needs a lot of pieces still as well. Giving up the Battle VIP, giving up the Mew VMAX. I don't know if I like losing the Mew VMAX here. It's probably fine. It probably doesn't matter. I guess we're maybe out of Mews here for Ward, to be honest. Yeah, actually, that's possible. There's one tablet. There's two. Oh, we don't need the double tablet anymore, though. Going for an Ice Cube instead of... Well, it doesn't matter yet. Well, no, it could matter. Well, I guess you can take the knockout. Wait, actually, how are you going to take this knockout as Pedro? Oh, you can copy the second attack from the Ice Cube. Yeah. Because you don't want a Techno Blast, because then you'll need a switch card next turn to reset the Mew. But you can copy the second attack on the Ice Cube. How much HP does Ice Cube have, though? I guess an energy wins the game anyway. So, like, if Pedro can get to Sableye, Pedro can also just KO you with Moltres, though. Because I was like, this thing dies to Sableye, right? Wait, did Ward go Roxanne and then put Path in play immediately? Oh, I don't like that from Ward. We should definitely not put Path in play here as Ward. I would have held. I would have Roxanne and then tried to draw back into the Path. I feel like you have a pretty good chance of getting the Path and the double turbo off the Roxanne. But now, yeah, I don't like that play at all from Ward. I don't like that at all. I think you should probably just Roxanne first and try and draw back into both. And punish. I mean, you love to see it, to be honest. You love to see the punish here. Definitely personally a big fan of the punish here. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. It's Mew. You best be seeing your whole deck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You better be seeing your whole deck. You're playing Mew. Ward retreats. Switch card back. And then maybe he doesn't realize Genesect's not a possibility here. Yeah, I think Ward is realizing now. The hand actually did suck for Ward, though. The hand was actually terrible. So, okay, there's Escape Rope. As Pedro here, you probably just push up the Moltres. Yeah, you just push up Moltres here as Pedro. Unless Ward could... maybe push up Comfy. Comfy's a little bit safer, actually, because the only thing I can think of, Ward could go, like, vacuum the Path. And then KO the Moltres. So, yeah, Comfy makes more sense here, actually. I'm like, you probably can just push Moltres and you're chilling because it can retreat, but... if Ward whiffs a knockout here... oh, the Path. Ward goes to use Genesect. I don't know if there's going to be a prize penalty or anything. There's an Escape Rope, and there's the attack with the... All right, so they probably have to just go through the procedures here. It probably has to, like, officially become a double prize penalty. Whatever, we just skip ahead. Game 2. Pedro's going to win anyways. There's nothing else that can be done. I mean, he didn't see the card. It looked like he saw the card. All right, just because Akko said something, we got to investigate. Oh, definitely saw the card. What? Yeah, I don't think he saw the card. Looking directly at the card. Someone time out Akko, bro. Can't put up with this stuff. Yeah, Akko gets timed out on that one. In a little bit, Akko. R.I.P. Yeah, he definitely saw the card. I don't think I doubt he denied it or anything at the table either. Like... that's as clear cut as it gets. Okay, game 2. Minior again from Pedro. Yo, Pedro just loves Minior, bro. Dude, his eyes were closed. Oh, true. I forgot about that. I wasn't paying attention to that part. My bad. Yeah, Pedro loves the Minior. Or Minior loves Pedro. I don't know. One or the other. Another Battle VIP pass start here for Ward. Hopefully the hand... oh my gosh, the hand is still like pretty clumpy. Yeah, 4 Seal Stone literally already has to burn. The 4 Seal Stone has the Excelgor in hand. Isn't gonna go for the Shelmet though. It could be prized. That's always a possibility. Shelmet might be prized. Oh no, goes for the Shelmet. Okay, try and get that Excelgor out of the hand next turn. We had no reason to investigate. Once Akko said it, we knew the opposite was true. That's true as well. Oh my gosh, there's only going to be a draw 1 here from Ward. Still just a draw 1. They seem to have paused the match for some reason. Oh, did Ward draw too many cards to start the match? Dude. Incredible. Okay, are we good? Oh, didn't shuffle maybe. Maybe forgot to shuffle. That's what I thought for a second as well. I was like, maybe Ward forgot to shuffle. There's a box of disaster. Definitely should put this on the Mew. Once again, to play around that Roaring Moon, I guess. Here comes another Genesect for 1. Got a Cram. I don't even know if there's an item in hand. There's not. Okay. Really good hand here from Pedro as well. Still has that Minior start, but the rest of the hand's pretty good here for Pedro. Heavy Ball off the rip. Before Battle VIP pass. Dare I say cringe? That's the Grant Manning maneuver there. Just have heavy ball, play heavy ball. I'll figure out my prize cards. So you shouldn't sequence it that way just because you might want to, unless Pedro's going to like comb feed before Battle VIP Pass, but I doubt that's what's going to happen here. Pedro's going to probably play the Battle VIP Pass now. But you should Battle VIP Pass first because you might want to like, yep, there it is. Because you might want to, vacuum the heavy ball. Because technically at this point, if you VIP Pass, if you know you're going to VIP Pass, if you know you're going to VIP Pass, then... if you know you're gonna VIP pass, then you shouldn't do that before heavy ball because heavy ball might be the best target for vacuum. So, yeah, definitely always VIP pass first or nest ball. If you're always gonna use it, you should just do that first. All right, there's an escape rope. Getting to some comfy action here from Pedro. The hand isn't that good for Pedro here, to be honest. So we might not actually see. Ooh, the MUV promotion. This should be fine. Yeah, we might actually not see a turn 1 cram here. Or maybe even another comfy use here, to be honest. We do have an energy, so we can retreat here. I don't even know if turn 1 cram is on the mind here for Pedro in this matchup. I don't know. Yeah, like I said, you don't really want to get, like, Iono to 1. Now we've seen the Roxanne, though, so Pedro probably assuming there's no Iono and there's only the Roxanne, but Mini RKO Shelmet easy. Oh, shoot, true. Wait, that's actually kind of crazy. That is crazy. Yep. There's a nest ball and a 4 seal stone. I think we're going to see a... Oh, no, we're not done. Nest ball from Pedro gets the Moltres. Oh, there's the 4 seal stone hand. We haven't played a Colress yet. Okay. Pedro's going to go for a Colress. On a turn when now it's like a pretty good play from War to boss KO Moltres. And also could have lost City for it as well. I feel like Pedro could have maybe waited a turn to do this. Like, Pedro could have just gone, all right, chill. But there is, I guess, I don't know, the Box of Disaster being on the mute really doesn't lower Ward's chances too much of getting the knockout on the Moltres. It's just like takes away choice belt option, but I see a Town Store, I think a Mew EX, which Mew EX probably isn't great in this matchup. The Town Store is solid. Definitely need the Colress here from Pedro. I guess the draw power of the Mew EX is probably the most attractive part of it, to be honest, but you maybe just take giving up double Town Store, actually. I mean, the glasses don't do anything in this matchup. I guess it makes sense. I guess you also could accelerate energy to the Moltres, but it doesn't change anything if it gets KO'd. And then I think it's going to be the pass. Maybe debating benching the Mew EX. You already have a 2-prizer in play, but goes with the pass. Another question for Ward is, can Ward actually KO that Moltres? That's going to be the plan here, I'm sure. Has a cram. Gets a heads. I think should probably grab an Ultra Ball here from Ward. Actually, the more I think about it, to be honest, I don't like the Excelgor bench because it makes it hard to Psychic Leap. Although I guess in this matchup against what Pedro is playing, Psychic Leaping is not really that big of a concern. I do like the Ultra Ball grab here. You can get rid of the Roxanne and the Path and actually start drawing some cards. And I think I want to see a Genesect get grabbed here, to be honest. The other thing you could do, yeah, gets a Genesect out. You could get a Mew EX, but then you're drawing one less card off of each follow-up Genesect potentially. And I think you just want to see more cards and have the potential to see more cards through the third Genesect. And hope that carries you to the Gust Plus. The Gust Plus tablet here, which is what Ward will be looking for. There's the tablet. There's another tablet. Was that a research? No, it was Turo. It was Turo for sure. Yeah, it was definitely Turo. All right, so play double tablet. Maybe play the escape rope as well. And then still keep digging for that boss. It's going to be the play here for Ward still. Tablet, escape rope first, then play the double tablets. Whatever, doesn't really matter. Oh, just draws 2. Doesn't even play the escape rope? I don't like that. What are we doing here? We got to draw this play. Did we already retreat? No, we didn't, right? Yeah, I don't like that at all from Ward. Keeping the... Why are we so hell-bent on keeping this escape rope? Why is this escape rope this good? Is it really this good? I guess Ward was thinking the Minior would get pushed and you don't want to KO the Minior. I guess that's like okay. I don't know. Probably going to be a cram attack now from Pedro. Although Pedro does play counter catcher. So we could see Pedro get Moltres, counter catcher, the Mew VMAX, which would be pretty sick, to be honest. That'd be a pretty sick play. I don't know if Pedro plays boss or anything like that, but definitely plays a counter catcher. We saw in the first game. Went to the loss zone. There's a boss. Oh, there's a boss as well. Got the boss, got the counter catcher. Does not have an out to cram, so can't even kill this Excelgor with cram. That's not good. Thinking about getting rid of the vacuum. Probably gonna keep energy switch card Raihan. I don't know how good the boss actually is in this matchup, to be honest. It's rid of the switch card. Doesn't have, yeah, this hand is like kind of bad. Like there's like nothing to work with here. Well, there's like a bunch of Mirage Gates, but you're not trying to Mirage Gate an Excelgor. Maybe we just like push up the Minior. Maybe you just like attach the Minior, send him up, get him cooking, see what happens. Gives up the switch card. That's what I thought we'd get rid of here. Another Mirage Gate to the hand. There's 3 or 4 Mirage Gate in the hand right now. He's thinking about benching the Mew EX and does. Probably to just like play around the possibility of Judge would be my assumption here. And then there's the escape rope. Mew V comes up. Oh, we do have the escape rope here actually as Pedro. So Pedro can get a 2-prize turn this turn with Moltres, I guess. Thinking. I assume was thinking for a second about is there the energy in the deck, which I assume there is. Yeah, there's 4 Mirage Gate in the hand here for Pedro. There we go. Dark plus something. We get this is another again. Was it like the? I guess it's better to use the Moltres this turn. Oh no. I think there's only dark energy in the deck, but I guess you can attach for turn from hand. I guess it makes sense for Pedro to get the 2 prizes with the Moltres before it gets boss KO'd next turn. Because like even if you have the Cram there as Pedro, maybe you just wait to go Cram KO the Excelgor later. With Countercatcher or boss. The Mew EX bench here is kind of weird, though, if you are attacking with Moltres, though, from Pedro. I'm not sure how I feel about that, because it's like another 2-prizer in play where if you, like, whiff for a turn, then Ward just, like, boss KOs your Mew EX for 2 prize cards. I don't know how I feel about that one, to be honest, but... Yo, what's up, Afro? Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the Mew EX bench if we are attacking with the Moltres. If we're not attacking with Moltres, then I kind of like it, because then it's like you have 2-prizers in play then. Yeah. Heavy Ball from Ward gets another Mew V, which we definitely need. Also, the Moltres is weak to grass, right? So we can KO it with... I guess you don't really want to put the Excelgor in the active here as Ward anymore, though. You want to be attacking with the Mews to, like, force the bigger attackers out of Pedro. Because if you attack with Excelgor, it just gets KO'd by Cram, and that's not very good. Yeah. So here, as Ward here, you actually want to attack with Mew EXs from basically here on out. And just don't put up the Excel. That's why it was weird to put the Excelgor in play to begin with. Like, or it gets awkward, I feel like. Because now it's just kind of sitting on the bench for Pedro to potentially take advantage of later with Cram. It's like the problem with the Excelgor. I not go to this regional? No, I don't go to any of the. Goes with it. See, I don't like this Excelgor knockout. I would have much rather seen the Mew knockout here from Ward. Because now it just gives like a free turn for Pedro to use Cram. Like it allows Pedro to use Cram as an attacker. Which before Pedro really didn't, like, cramming wasn't a possibility. So like it reduces the effectiveness of your Judge as well. Because now Pedro needs so little to pull off an attack this turn. I think it's Raihan versus boss, I think. There's 2 boss in this list. Definitely giving up the boss here. Raihan at least finds us the... Oh, there's a Lost City as well. Had the Lost City as well. So got the Lost City. Got the knockout. Yeah, I don't really love that from... Oh, but there is the boss there from Pedro. Wait, no. Escape Rope. My bad. Another Mew... I don't know. I think... Couldn't... Maybe the Cram is... No, the Cram's not prized. Is the Cram in the Lost Zone? I feel like Cram KO the Mew there was pretty good. But if Pedro can Mew V maxing these less for his last attack when he's getting Roxanne. Yeah, but the Excelgor's not going to be in the active on that at the end of the turn, at the end of the game. The Excelgor is in the active now, but it's not going to be in the active at the end of the game. And it looks like Pedro's going to go for the Greninja play anyways, I guess, in a Greninja the Excelgor. But Greninja the Excelgor is harder than harder than cramming the Excelgor. But it does give, yeah, it gives Pedro this play, which I like this play from Pedro here. Just going for the Greninja play seems pretty chill. Would have been, I think, it would have been better if you used Cram because then you get to save the Mirage Gate. And then, like, I guess you still would have used the Raihan there from Pedro. Still hasn't used concealed cards from Pedro. I feel like Pedro should have used concealed cards before Raihan there. That was actually interesting. Maybe Pedro's not going to concealed cards here. Wants to Iron Hands the Genesect? I don't know. That's like a lot to like set up though when you're getting Roxanne at the end of the game. You're not going to have that play. I don't think he wants to Iron Hands the Genesect. I think you're actually just wrong, Pod. I don't think anyone wants to do that. That's actually just a terrible play. Like, the amount, that's like a terrible line to be going now. The amount you need to do that when you're getting judged and Roxanne is just not going to happen. I mean, it's possible. But as long as the ward just like Roxanne's every turn, or Roxanne or judges every turn, it's just never going to happen. The amount you need to draw there is kind of insane. You should 90 to the Genesect here to have it as an option. Yeah, you should keep it around as an option, but it's not like a line you're setting up for. Pedro didn't go into this like looking at the board state turn one. I was like, all right, Iron Hands the Genesect for 3. All right, locked in. I play all these Dark Attackers that can 1-hit KO Mew VMAX, but yeah, Iron Hands the Genesect for 3. I got this. All right, Cram's coming in from Ward. All you need to do as Ward here, honestly, I don't know, knock out the active and judge. I guess Roxanne. You hit him with the Roxanne this turn if you can find Roxanne. Well, no, the Roxanne's in the discard pile, so you have to find the... Give up a tablet, maybe? Can't give up too many tablets, though. Because then if you give up too many tablets, then Pedro could just bench the Roaring Moon and start to build it up out of hand. They don't want to let Pedro be able to do that. There is the Pal Pad. That's the card that Ward's looking for. Wants to get access to more Roxanne and more judges. Judge here is like... You probably still would rather judge here than not. It was actually interesting that Pedro didn't... I don't remember exactly what Pedro's hand was, but it's interesting that Pedro did not use concealed cards last turn. There's a Pal Pad. Roxanne comes back. I would also give back Judge here, I think. Maybe a Boss as Ward. I think there's a Judge in the discard pile. Honestly, there might not be. Do you think putting 90 on the Mew VX with Box is good as well to avoid a weird sudden death scenario from hitting with Moon? It doesn't avoid a weird sudden death scenario, though. Frenzy goes around Box. Oh, yeah. It doesn't create a weird scenario because Frenzy goes around Box, yeah. Otherwise, there would have been a reason to, yeah. There's a tablet. I guess, like, Ward could try and... Yeah, Ward could go for the Psychic Leap here. It was actually a tough call for Pedro. I think you send up Mew EX here, maybe, as Pedro. Because if you send up Minior, it gets Psychic Leaped. And then there's no win condition on board. Like, you're not forcing the Mew VMAX to stick around. Oh, pushes the Comfy over the Minior? That's such a weird play to me from Pedro. Why would you ever... Why, as Pedro, would you ever value Minior more than the Comfy when Ward wins by going psychically Boss KO Mew VMAX or Mew EX? Why does that ever make sense? I feel like that never makes sense here from Pedro. Am I missing something? What does this Minior do for Pedro? I don't think I'm missing anything here. Ward does want a Psychic Leap here, though. Actually, had 2 double turbos in hand. Where were these double turbos when this... Were the double turbos in hand when this fusion got attached? That's like definitely a mistake. Yeah, what the heck? Why is Ward not attaching a double turbo to the Mew and attaching a fusion instead? What the heck? Does that do anything? The Mew was a good send-up. The Mew is interesting because it stops Psychic Leap, and you do want to stop Psychic Leap here as Pedro, and you want to force the Mew EX to be able to attack. Why did Ward attach a fusion energy instead of a double turbo? That makes no sense. Neither does Pedro's send up. This is some stuff here. That's the last Genesect. No, there might be one more Genesect here from Ward. I'm gonna vacuum away a Nest Ball. Go to 4 Seal Stone, sure. And then can draw 2 more here. Looking for that Roxanne. No Roxanne. Found Echoing Horn. Which honestly could be fine to use here because you could trap better Pokemon I play, but there might just be a Comfy in there, which you probably don't want to give another Comfy up. All right, has a Psychic Leap play. Would leave the only problem with this for Ward, though. The only problem with this play for Ward is there's not another Mew V on the bench. So if Pedro has Boss KO Mew V Max. Yeah, if Pedro has Boss KO Mew V Max, then things get awkward. But for what Ward has in the hand, I don't think Ward is going to be able to Boss KO that Mew V next turn, or that Mew EX next turn, to be honest. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think Ward can do it. This hand for Ward sucks. I don't know why. Attaching the double turbo did get bailed out there by getting the switch card off the prize cards. Countercatcher is active for Pedro here, though. The Countercatcher is active. So if Pedro can find... He's using the vacuum off the Rippity. I don't know why. I don't know why we're using the vacuum off the rip here from Pedro. I don't know. We could just start with Colress. Oh, we're trying to draw with Mew EX. I was so confused. I was like, what the heck is going on? We're trying to draw with 1 card with Mew EX first. Okay, that's fair. Draw 1. It is. Battle VIP. Okay, we get deeper into the deck. And we're looking for the KO on this Mew EX. If we get the KO on the Mew EX, we just win here as Pedro. It's still possible. It might not be possible, actually, without the Moltres. No, you could Greninja into, like... Pedro could Greninja into... Nest Ball Mirage? No. Greninja to Nest Ball Mirage Gate? Yeah, that would... Or just, no, Roaring Moon Mirage Gate? That would probably do it. Yeah, Roaring Moon Mirage Gate here from Pedro. Would do it, I think. Not Greninja last turn was still interesting from Pedro. I don't know if I like that. I also don't even know if there's a gate left. We might be out of gates here. We might be gassed on gates. Super Art coming in from Pedro first. Interesting. All 3 energy going back to the deck. What is the play? Oh, wait. Is Pedro going to Psychic Leap with the Mew EX? Is there even a win condition left for Pedro if Pedro does this, though? Like, what is Pedro's win condition after this? You use the Mew EX to Psychic Leap it back to the deck to do 70 damage. But I don't think Pedro has a win condition. Like, there's no win condition here from Pedro. Now, Ward hopefully finally finds the Roxanne. There's a Mew EX. Actually, the rest of the hand, though, for Ward still sucks, though. You can go retreat to Genesect, switch cards to the Genesect back to the active, attach, evolve to Mew EX. Mew VMAX, excuse me. Mew VMAX? Yeah, Mew VMAX. Retreat to the Genesect, switch card back to the active. Play a tablet, play the switch card. And I don't know. This is if there is the Colress in hand for Pedro. If you're Ward here, you should still Roxanne. Because on average, you'd assume that the 2 cards in Pedro's hand are better than like a random 2 cards for sure. Wasting last game for that is whack. I mean, you literally lose as Pedro if you don't Psychic Leap your Mew EX. So you have to do that play as Pedro at that point. But yeah, I don't know if it leads to a win. I don't know if it ever leads to anything. But you probably do just have to do it as Pedro, to be honest. I don't think you have a choice. There's a Mew EX. Only drawing 1 off this Genesect. Could Echoing Horn, but you don't want to Echoing Horn a Comfy into play. No, puts the Comfy in play. I don't know about that. I would have drawn 1 first. Now gets 2. I believe, yeah. There's an Ice Cube. So you can bench the Ice Cube as Ward, and then we can draw 2. 2 again. 3 gates gone. All right, 1 gate left. It's not in the loss zone. Can you explain the reasoning for assuming his hand is better than the 2 random? Because Pedro's had a turn to like interact with his hand. He made decisions around his hand that would lead, that you should assume is giving himself the best possible chance off of seeing Colress for 5 plus Mew for 1. Or the biggest thing is Colress for 5. Like Pedro looked at 5 cards off Colress, a card off Mew, and then played out his cards in a way that you'd assume would leave those last 2 cards as giving him something to do on his next turn. So because of that, those 2 cards in Pedro's hand, it's still 2 cards, but on average, those 2 cards are probably better than the random cards that Pedro will see off of Roxanne, because Pedro has had a turn to interact with that hand. So has set up that hand in a way. Yeah, it's filter 2 versus random 2. So it depends how long your opponents had their hand, what they did with their hand recently, and how much interaction they've had with their hand, and what they were able to do out of their hand on previous turns. So Pedro obviously didn't win the game out of the previous hand, or didn't have the ability to win the game out of the previous hand. So there's there's not Roaring Moon in the hand, but it doesn't mean there's like not a Colress to set up for the Roaring Moon on the next turn. So it's like how much interaction have they had with their hand? What have they done out of the hand? But generally, equal hand size, random is going to always be more detrimental than filtered. That's a good way to put it. Filtered versus random, yeah. All right, so Turo. So no Roxanne here from Ward. So Pedro does have that Colress in hand here. Looking for Moon, Mirage Gate, Energy. Oh, the Ice Cube snipe is clean here from Ward, though. That's really sick. Means now that now Pedro also has to move the Mini-Or on top of everything else, but has the Colress. Nope. All right, we go to game 3, right? There's no way. There's no shot. That doesn't do anything. Oh, wait. Never mind. We do have... We're not done yet. Pedro does have concealed cards. There's still some more draw power on board. Here we go. So I guess the Echoing Horn wasn't too bad. Actually, the Echoing Horn from Ward was just correct then to draw the card because then you get to kill it with the Ice Cube, which is the best thing to KO. Well, if Ward could have KO'd the Greninja and Roxanne, that would have been the best, I guess, without putting the Comfy in play. But the Mew's back. Hey, the Mew's back. All right. Oh, they're in turns as well. I didn't even realize they're in turns. So I guess game 1 is going down as a tie because we do have Technoblast available to Ward here. I don't know, is there ever a play here from Pedro that I'm missing? I don't think so. You can play double switch cart. Has a dark energy in hand. You can Mew EX for 1, but there's nothing to get off the Mew EX. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Oh, attach as well. All right, here we go. Mew EX for 2. Wait, is there 2 to draw? Pedro's acting like there's a play. What is the play? Dude, I don't think there's a play here. I think Pedro's trolling us. I think Pedro's trolling us here. Okay, we can put a moon in the active, I guess. Pedro can retreat to Roaring Moon. You can retreat to Roaring Moon and pass, and maybe Ward can't KO. Oh, no, Ward has 1 prize card. We just snipe around again. We just use Ice Cube to snipe the Minior. Never mind. I take it back. We needed Manaphy and Roaring Moon here from Pedro. I don't know if Pedro plays a Manaphy, though. Yeah, retreat to Roaring Moon pass is the play here from Pedro. I don't think you ever retreat to Comfy. Pass. Okay, well. Oh, wait, is it a 1-0? No, it's not. Okay. I didn't realize what I realized we're at 0 time. You guys can't see the clock. I can see the clock. We're at 0 time. So it should just be an Ice Cube snipe here from Ward. Okay. Pedro was just waiting for him to see it. Yeah. That's an interesting game. Yeah, Pedro's deck is interesting. I think we definitely actually, to be honest, I still don't even know if you favor Pedro in that matchup though. Because just having the Dark Attackers like isn't. If you have to like fully set up a Dark Attacker, it just depends on how and when Ward can Psychic Leap in that matchup to not have a VMAX in the active. But Pedro does play counter. Pedro plays 2 boss and a counter catcher. Sheesh, that's a lot of gust in a Lost Zone deck. We got Tord Box. It looks like the Palkia, the Roaring Moon, the Sableye versus Cloth. So you know we're rooting for. We're rooting for the Cloth here. Cloth Gaming. So I'm curious who won the coin flip here. I think both decks would want to choose second, though, would be my guess. You probably both, if you know the matchup, you want to go second. But I would assume, actually, that's not true. If Darren won the coin flip, Darren maybe just chose to go second without knowing the matchup, because I think Cloth probably neutrally wants to go second. And then if Tobias won the coin flip, I would assume Tobias just chose to go first. Got the prize checking happening. And then we'll probably just see some Comfies, Greninja, maybe a Cram get thrown down. I don't know what you grab here, but get some squad. Maybe not all squad. There's a Greninja. And I honestly just don't know how this matchup goes. I'm just going to assume Lost Zone is favored, though. I don't mind the triple Comfy here either, because, I don't mind the triple Comfy grab here, because you're assuming one of your Comfies is probably getting KO'd here as well. So I don't mind the triple Comfy grab here. One of them is probably going down. Sometimes you want to be a little bit careful about going triple Comfy, especially in like a build like this where you don't have like, I mean, you have a decent amount of switch cards. You don't have like a ton of them. Switch card versus Nest Ball. Probably go for the switch card here. Honestly, I don't know if I like the Cram grab from Tobias here, because I don't know if you're for sure using Cram. Oh, it's Heavy Ball versus switch card. I thought it was Nest Ball. Well, you should know definitely if you want to take the Heavy Ball or not. Prize cards were checked. Has a Battle VIP pass in hand. Choosing not to play it, leaving the bench space open, it looks like. Escape Rope versus Switch Card. Goes for the Switch Card. Honestly, I maybe would have gone with a... Because I don't know if you want to be... You don't want to punch Electro with Cram next turn, I don't think. You probably just want to go like Cram into Sableye or something like that. Curious to see what these Battle VIP Pass gets. Maybe you get the Sableye here. Oh, but the Sableye was prized. So maybe we should have got the Heavy Ball here from Tobias. Tobias, yep. Maybe doing a little bit of trolling. I don't mind using the Battle VIP Pass there, I guess, overall. I don't think Tobias plays Vacuums. I don't think his deck plays Vacuums. So you don't need to keep it around to vacuum it away. Over to Darren. Gonna get the turn 1 knockout here for sure. Or not for sure, but probably gonna get the turn 1 knockout here with the Electrode. Has level, or has Nest Ball, has Ultra Ball, and has a double turbo in hand, so you probably want to put that on a Cloth, and then maybe go get a Squawkabilly with the Ultra Ball. Has a Jirachi in hand, and there was something else. Oh, the Jirachi's gonna be good in this matchup, though, for sure. Yeah, Jirachi's gonna be really good in this matchup. So we just need to find Brute plus a Tool card. We might not even see this Ultra Ball get played here. No, you always play the Ultra Ball, right? Get rid of Ultra Ball and I don't know what that other card is. Oh, the Sneasler. You probably don't need Sneasler in this matchup. Oh, and gets rid of the double turbo. I thought there was another Ultra Ball in hand. Oh, there's a Tool card in hand. So confirming the knockout makes sense. I thought that was a Ultra Ball. I thought we were gonna get like a Cloth attached to double turbo, but this makes sense. This is fine. There's a Cloth grab. Use the poison. There we go. Poisoned and knockout. Has an Iono in hand, but chose not to play it, it looked like. Maybe it was a research. Oh, there's a research in there for sure. There might be an Iono as well. But yeah, just takes the KO here. Chilling. I want to see what Tobias gets. Horus off the rip first. Couple good loss on targets there. Looks like a gear and the Manaphy. Yeah, what do you do here is Tobias? Oh, you attack with Greninja, of course, because there's no, yeah, with Greninja here. KO Jirachi, probably. 90 on the Squawkabilly seems good. Yeah, that's chill. Attack with Greninja here is definitely pretty chill from Tobias. We'll see if they can put it together. Counter Catcher. You could even Counter Catcher something as well. You could Counter Catcher the Brute Bonnet and then Greninja around it. I kind of like that, to be honest. Gives up a Dark Energy. Gets a Chorus. Is very close to the play, but honestly might not be able to pull it off. Switch card to another Comfey, gonna get to 7, but we need to like find a Mirage Gate specifically off this, and then have the energy in the deck to actually pull it off. We're already down. We're lost on 2 energy, just hit another Lightning. Gives up the Pokestop, so it's gonna be a Retreat Punch with Cram here. That's it, that's all we got. That's not bad. Retreat Punch with Cram is not bad. But the Greninja play is definitely what we wanted to do here for sure. I don't know if Darren plays Manaphy. And also Manaphy on this board. Actually, Manaphy on this board is pretty good for Darren. Oh, no, wait. The bench is full here from Darren. We can't even Manaphy next turn if we wanted to. So, honestly, I don't hate the... oh, Counter Catcher. Okay, how do I feel about that? Counter Catcher KO Jirachi with Cram, knowing our Sableye is prized and our Heavy Ball is gone as Tobias. Because, like, from Tobias here, I wouldn't have hated, like, bring up the Billy, punch the Billy, or bring up the Brute, punch the Brute. Got to take care of Jirachi at some point to win, right? Yeah, but I feel like we could have got more value out of our Counter Catcher here, for sure. I feel like bring up Brute and just punch the Brute and just, like, hopefully get stuck for a turn, because it's the 3 retreat cost Pokemon, so they need a switch card. And then next turn, use Greninja, KO Jirachi, put some damage on Billy. But we got rid of the Heavy Ball, so we don't even have... Why not Bidoof? I mean, Bidoof could be something as well. But they just get to attack again. And Darren needs, like, so little every turn that B-Barrel matters a little bit less in this matchup, because the Electrode is such an efficient attacker in this matchup. But Tobias, like, the Sableye's prized, and Tobias got rid of Heavy Ball. I'm assuming Tobias is playing a list very similar to Torch, which only plays the one Sableye. Why not just cram the active? Yeah, to be honest, the more I think, yeah, cramming active honestly seems like it was the better play, to be honest. It just seems like it's a waste of Counter Catcher for sure. Now he does have space for Manaphy, but theoretically you're KOing the Jirachi so you can use Sableye, so you could Sableye the Manaphy then. Yeah, honestly, just cramming the active Electrode, and then Greninja next turn, KO the Electrode, KO the Jirachi for 3. That's definitely the right play, yeah. This just seemed like a waste. Like, the Counter Catcher play here is just so bad because you don't have access to Sableye anyways. And obviously you could pull the Sableye off the one prize card not take, but that's, like, not going to happen. It was just bad to have lost on the Heavy Ball, to be honest, as Tobias. Once again, if it is just a one Sableye build, which is, like, my assumption... We'll see. Darren's going to have a pretty easy knockout here, I assume. Does not go and get Manaphy. Darren might just not play Manaphy, to be honest. Maybe just plays the Jirachi. Got the B-Barrel established. Has an Iono in the hand. And Tobias' hand is pretty big, so Iono's going to hit pretty hard here. Had the Spicy Curry, didn't play it, but you get the KO with the Brute Bonnet, so I guess that's like the same thing, right? Also, you want to save Spicy Curries because they heal, don't they? I forgot about that. I forgot about Spicy Curry healing. Yeah, Spicy Curry goes kind of insane in this matchup. V-Ball from Darren. Takes another Electrode. Honestly, maybe shouldn't have. I don't think you want to use Electrodes too much in this matchup. I guess with the Billy on the bench, though, to be honest, like thinking about it, if we're assuming... we don't know if Darren for sure plays Manaphy or not, but I guess Kyogre is always like a card here for Tobias to make a comeback with. But I think we definitely want to look for a Greninja play on this turn still. There's a Nest Ball. I think there is a Colress on the bottom of the deck here. Does have the water energy. It looks like there's an energy count going on here from Tobias. Has water plus Mirage Gate. I'm going to go with the Comfey first. The energy might be on the bottom of the deck here. Maybe gated first, though, because there's a Colress on the bottom of the deck. I'm almost positive. So then we would have shuffled that into the deck, increased our odds of getting that. Heals 40. I thought it was 50. Why do I think it was 50? We see the energy shuffle back happening. I don't like this from Tobias. There better be only a water in that deck. Water. No, there was a water in the dark. So this is a misplay here from Tobias. That's a big mistake, actually. That's actually huge. That's such a weight. Now you have 3. Yeah, that's a really big mistake here from Tobias. You need to find Colors to kind of reset and get going. Because there was 2 waters and I believe a dark in the deck still there from Tobias. So that's a huge mistake to play the Recycle. Now you have 3 energy in your deck. You don't have Greninja in play to make use of them to draw more cards. Less chance of drawing Colress. 1 less piece to have for the Kyogre play. Yeah, this is looking really bad here for Tobias now. Sableye still prized. We're assuming it's just the one Sableye as well. And definitely should have nest balled before using. The nest ball got found off the Greninja, but should have used that before using the Comfey there. All right, 90's coming in. Hit the active, hit the B-Barrel, leave the Squawkabilly on the bench to be KO'd. Yeah, honestly, that could be what Tobias does here. You could go KO Trode, KO B-Barrel. You don't have the Sableye, though. How do you ever do this? KO Trode, KO B-Barrel, and then Kyogre, assuming they don't have Manaphy to KO Squawk plus anything else at the end of the game. Yeah, I don't know. All right, 120 active. Goes off to the Brute, though. I don't know if I like going after the Brute here. Once again, the Electrode's like a really efficient attacker in this deck, and also you also play the Curries, so you're less reliant on... Don't forget about the heal. You play the Curries, so you're less reliant on the Brute, because you have the Curries to be able to attack. Here we see the Curry along with the Poison to KO the Greninja. Forgot to heal the 30. Is it 40? Forgot to heal the 40. And hopefully they catch that at some point. I don't know if they're going to catch it. We'll see. That makes a big difference. Actually, always going to take 20 more. So you'll have 100. So I guess Cram always knocks you out. Yeah, Cram always... Wait, heal 40, 80, 100. Yeah, Cram always knocks you out anyways, but... Let's see if they catch it. Tobias reading Curry. They still have not healed. Okay, now I think Tobias pointed out now that the heal didn't happen. So it should be 80 plus 30, 110 here, it looks like. The Cram still gets the KO here, which I assume has to be like the play here from Tobias. Actually, to be honest, if Tobias can get off Greninja again and go Greninja knock out the Electrode and the Brute, that's probably the play here. That sounds tough, though. We'll see if Tobias can put it together. There is the Palpad and a Pokegear in hand, though, so finding a Colress shouldn't be a huge deal. But is using the Pokegear before the Palpad... I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I hate it either as well, though, because you don't want too many Colress in your deck. Yeah, you don't want too many Colress. You don't want too many Colress in your deck. I don't know if I hate it, to be honest. There's decent odds of finding it as well. All right, there's a Kyogre. Kyogre, Colress, Water here, probably. Or was it Kyogre? Yeah, Kyogre, Colress, Dark is probably what you take here. Maybe the Pokestop over the Dark. I would... You don't have a Super Rod to get the Greninja back. That sucks. I don't even know what you take here. You're not attacking this turn as Tobias, I don't think. Gives up the Kyogre? Okay, well, that can't be correct. That's our win condition. I don't think we can win without Kyogre. How are we winning this without Kyogre? Can we draw 6 prize cards before Darren draws 3 without Kyogre if we're not drawing a prize card this turn? I guess Tobias still could hit a Super Rod here. And then Super Rod, Nest Ball, attack with Cram. But there's no Super Rod off that one. There is an Escape Rope in hand. Or an Escape Rope off the Comfey. But if you Escape Rope, the Electro goes to the bench. And I assume a Cloth would just be pushed up. And Cram does not KO Cloth. So it's not looking good here. Oh, almost had enough to get the hands knockout, though, I guess. Okay, hold up. Tobias could hands here. But if you hands for 3 and then... No, you still lose on that, though. Even if you get the hands for 3, and it is possible. There are the gates in there. Decides to not grab the Poke... Well, Jonathan, you probably should just grab the Poke here if you're trying to hands this turn. But I don't think handsing this turn does that much, though, because of how far Darren's ahead. Because then Cloth just comes back and KOs the hands. There's the... Ooh, okay. Yeah, hands here doesn't seem like it does all that much. Like, Tobias has the play. Second Recycler. Chilling. Put it all back. Double gate. Attach retreat. But you draw 3. Then Darren goes, cool. Claw for 2. Down to 1. I guess you're hoping for the double turbo whiff here from Tobias. Yeah, I guess you just hope that a double turbo is whiffed. I don't know. That's like the only thing I see here. I don't see another line. It's not great. I can tell you that much. Probably should have just gone and... Tobias probably should have just put the Palkia in play off the Nest Ball. Because you lose if you whiff this play. And if you hit it, having a Palkia on your bench, I don't think hurts you when you have a hands in your active. Hands is weak to fighting. Palkia is only weak to lightning. Honestly, Palkia seems like a great attacker in this matchup because Palkia can't be one-hit KO'd. But the Palkia V-Star was prized, I guess, so... Yeah. Alright, got 3. Squawk next turn. You're not going to be able to do it again next turn. Prizes are wrong, so he only has 5 left. Oh, he only had 5 left? What prize card did he draw initially? What was his first prize draw? Oh, the Jirachi. That's right. I forgot about that. All right, so with 2 prize cards left. Okay, let me reevaluate real fast. And with 2 prize cards left... I mean, you could hands again. Is there enough gates left to hands again? You can maybe hands again. No, you can't because you already Greninjas. You can't hands again. So there's still not a win condition here, right? There's still not a win condition here for Tobias. Counter catcher KO Squawk, I guess. Okay, counter catcher KO Squawk. No, we used the counter catcher already. We used it turn 1. I feel like Tobias is playing like there's a win condition though. So let's see what Tobias does. I can't come up with one. Well, we got a Mirachi. Oh, you could go Palkia. No, we don't have counter catcher though. He could have hands again at Palkia's bench. No, because you can't Palkia to hands. You can only Palkia to water Pokemon. Wait, right? Yeah. I don't think there's a win condition here. I could be wrong. There's only 1 gate left. Yeah, I struggle to find a win condition here. You could KO Cloth with Palkia and hope it doesn't get KO. That would have been a play, actually. Yeah, that's a good one, Gengar. So if we had benched the Palkia last turn and got the Palkia V-Star off the prize cards... oh, I guess you could attack with Palkia V here. Okay, you could Palkia V here still. Okay, so I guess it's not completely done. Palkia V, hope for no Electrode knockout, I guess. Sure. But it would be nice if it was a V-Star, because the V-Star just can't be KO'd, right? Does the Cloth deck have a way to one-hit KO in a Palkia V-Star? It doesn't, right? I don't think so. There's the gate. Has the water in the dark, so we can do the 200 damage attack on the Palkia. Darren needs an escape rope or a boss. I think it's only an escape rope in hand here from Tobias as well. Oh no, it has a switch card or escape rope. Hasn't used Comfy yet though. Let's do that. Greninja versus Super Rod. Honestly, I don't know if it really matters. I don't think Palkia V can be KO'd. I think it'd be Electrode for... Oh no, they could do Sneasler, right? They would need Sneasler, dude. Yeah, okay. Actually, yeah, Palkia is kind of a tank, actually. So, yeah, boss is, like, really the play here from Darren. It has to be the play. Okay, there's a knockout for 200. Yeah, I thought Electrode could pretty easily take it. I mean, it's not that hard for Electrode to get the KO. I don't see a boss in that hand here for Darren either. Heavy Balls again, checks the last prize card. There's definitely a lot of cards to be played out of hand here, though, for Darren. So maybe Darren can get there. This card sees their turn 1. I think they play a Super Rod, though. I think there's Super Rod in the deck. I could be wrong. There's also 4 Sealstone in the hand here for Darren, but there's no Electrode to use it with, I don't think. There's 2 4 Sealstones, I think. There's an escape rope. Wait, there's an escape rope. Wait, there's an escape rope. Am I trolling? I think Darren has game in hand. I can't see the whole hand, though, so I don't know if I'm trolling. No, it's an escape rope. No, it's an escape rope. Darren literally has game in hand. There it is again. All right, now I think Darren sees it. Maybe he doesn't see it yet. Darren's over here stressing. I think C's like the 4 Sealstone play, which is the B-Barrel. I think C's like the 4 Sealstone plus Electrode play, and it just like is not thinking about the escape rope at all. Yeah, Darren is like tunnel visioning super hard on trying to get this 4 Sealstone on an Electrode for sure. But probably should have used Pokestop first, to be honest. Yeah, probably should have done that first. That's so funny. Yeah, escape rope is just the win here. Uses Pokestop after the Electrode. Wait, did you use Pokestop there? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh. Now sees the escape rope. Wait, does it? Yeah, Cloth KOs, right? He did already? He Pokestopped? Oh, he got the rod off the Pokestop. True. I'm tripping. Okay. Now I assume... Oh, maybe it's just... Maybe Darren was just burning time the whole time. You roll for 2? All right. Or maybe Darren doesn't realize he's got 1 prize card. It's one of the 2. Was that a Drapion? That was a Drapion. I wonder what's better in there, Drapion or Spiritomb. Yeah, Darren's just burning time, it looks like. Yeah, I don't know why Tobias didn't just concede as soon as the escape rope was seen. Oh, is that not a KO? Wait, does Spicy Kurt... How much damage does the thing do? Yeah, Tobias should have scooped after the escape rope happened, for sure. Yeah, I think Darren was... I don't know. Darren looks like he just, like, didn't understand what was happening. Bro, literally to explain to him? Yeah, I don't think Darren actually saw it, to be honest, to begin with there. All right, I see the prize card real fast. Jirachi's prized. That's not great for Darren. Stabilize online. But there's Cram and Palkia prize, which I think Palkia is pretty good in this matchup. I think Palkia is pretty good in this matchup. Yeah, I think Darren thought that he was coming up short on the knockout on the Greninja. Darren was like, I can't KO the active. If I play Escape Rope, I can't KO the Greninja. Okay, sure. Double Curry prized. That shouldn't be a huge deal, I don't think. You get most of your knockouts initially just with poison. Maybe thought it was just initially 100 Electrode. Yeah, I think he just like literally was just brain farting for sure. What was I gonna say? Let's say something. Oh yeah, Jirachi being prize kind of sucks, but there is Heavy Ball in the deck for Darren, and also plays like the Forest Seal Stone, so they can find it aggressively that way. Okay, so Darren chose to go first here, which I don't know. Maybe that might be correct. I'm actually not too sure, to be honest. Yeah, I'm actually just not too sure, to be honest. Going first versus second. Opens the Brute, and not too much else. Yeah, not a whole ton. Has the Town Store and an Ultra Ball, though, so could combo Electrode for Seal Stone here. Or could just go get, like, Squawkabilly. That could be the play as well. Goodbye Collapse, though. Not going to be able to get rid of any of your liabilities anymore. I assume it's just one Collapse. It might be two. The timer is at 24 minutes. So, like, there's still a ton of time left. Yeah, there's the Billy grab. And then I assume the Town Store will still be played, just in case you draw into an Electrode, then you can get the Force Seal Stone. But we'll see. We will see. I'm actually kind of surprised to see no Bravery Charm. I thought Bravery Charm was kind of a standard in this build, but Billy gives up another boss, or gives up a boss. Okay, Battle VIP Pass, some Nest Balls, Cloth, Bidoof. I don't know if you want to use Electrode in this matchup, to be honest. There's Bidoof and Cloth. Has Nest Ball for Electrode, and then has the Town Store to get the Force Seal Stone. You should definitely Town Store for the Force Seal Stone. Yeah, you should definitely Town Store for the Force Seal Stone. I don't know if you should put Electrode in play, though. Like, Electrode feels like it's kind of liability. I don't know. No bench boost for Jirachi. It is prized. But yeah, now, even if you see the Heavy Ball here for Darren, you can't actually use it. So, you got Trode, Seal, VIP. Yeah, but what does that do for you, Blaze? Like, then the hand is dead. The hand didn't have a B-Barrel or a Research or anything. So then if you don't top deck, you literally just lose. Play no Brave Charm seems troll. I mean, if the math lines up, I just don't know if the math lines up to make it worth it. But with Town Store and everything in the deck, it kind of like makes sense. But you VIP out, Billy out. Oh, I see what you're saying. You VIP for the Billy? No, I wouldn't do. I think I like Darren's line better. I don't think you just want to use your VIP pass or your Force Seal Stone if you don't have to. I think I like Darren's line better because you're almost like definitely gonna draw into something off of the Billy 6, and then you have the Force Seal Stone to work with. Keep the Force Seal Stone for the following turn. You don't just want to just use your Force Seal Stone if you don't have to, because you're guaranteed the Force Seal Stone off the Town Store. All you need to do is find a Nest Ball or a Battle VIP Pass, and you're chilling. You gotta keep that thing around. Also, because you need to move the freaking Brute next turn as well. All right, Pokegear. Tobias does not have anything in the hand, so this has to hit a Chorus, or Tobias is probably just gonna pass. Yep, it's going to be a pass. we're passing here. Attach to Greninja. Could attach to Greninja. That's something. Could switch card into Cram to get the hands out of there. I don't hate that. I would maybe get the hands out of there, to be honest. I like attach to the hands as well. Switch card to Cram. But no Lost Zone built up turn 1 here. Wait, can we hit with Cram here? Oh, okay. Oh, Darren thought the Cram was punching. Tobias has 0 in the Lost Zone, so it's not possible. Caesar's needed for the Palkia, right? Yeah. Oh, yeah, we could have given it up. There's the Research here from Darren. And has that Forest Seal Stone to work with, so can find the switch. Should B-Barrel first, though, I guess, here. Can B-Barrel for, like, 1 out of that hand, I think. So not a lot, but it's something. Get that 1 card. If that's the switch, that's even better. We get to save Forest Seal Stone another turn. Back with the cloth this turn. We'll see. Yeah, here we go. B-Barrel for 1. Is it switch? Oh, boss. All right, the 4 Seal Stone. And then, yeah, I guess should Darren attack with Electrode or with Cloth? Oh, goes for the Escape Rope. Okay, I love this play from Darren. Yeah, this is sick, yeah. Because I can't win the Greninjas with the draw power, and Iron Hands worth 2 prize cards. Here we go, Escape Rope. And now Tobias has to send up Iron Hands, because otherwise you just lose because you have no draw power. Honestly, if I was Tobias here, I would just concede and go to the next game and give yourself time to win the next game. Because it's a 1 prize matchup for the most part. Mostly a 1 prize matchup. There's 2 prizes, the Electro, the Hands, whatever. But it feels oh, he can't concede. Tobias can't scoop. Oh wait, Tobias lost game 1. That's right, dude. I'm trolling here. I was like, all right, just scoop it up, pack it up. You know what? To be honest, no, I'm staying by my word. Pack it up anyways. Just pack it up anyways. Take some time off between the next round. You're not winning this one. We go next. We just go next. It's fine. Yeah, honestly, pack it up. Go get an early lunch break or something. It's fine. We're chill. Here we go. Greninja for 2. Looking for Chorus. At least got a Comfey. Can retreat to the Comfey, which feels terrible. To put 1 in the lost zone, we need a Chorus here. Jesus, man. You need the switch card here, actually, because that way you can switch card into another Comfey. And we're going to pass back over to Darren with 1 in the lost zone here for Tobias. And no Chorus is played. Second damage from the poison there. See, what I was saying. You just pack it up. Go get some lunch or something. All right, Tobias pushes Cram. We need... Not Super Rod. Super Rod's not it. Although I would Super Rod back the Comfey and the Hands here. But there's the concede. Okay, there's the concede. Could have seen a Turner there, but that's fine. Guardy Mirror, baby. So the big cards in the mirror is just the little guys. Cresselia and Screamtail. Like, basically the matchup has become play Avery, use Cresselia or Screamtail, use Cresselia or Screamtail, maybe use Avery again. Use Cresselia or Screamtail, repeat. So yeah, the mirror match just sucks. It's just the Guardy Mirror is so bad now. It's awful. As long as everyone, if you play everything and they don't play everything, then it feels pretty good, to be honest. Then it feels kind of cool. If you play everything and they don't, Jirachi slash Manaphy, they both can't Scream or Cress. I mean, if you're bad and don't play Avery, yeah, sure. But if I Avery you and you keep Jirachi and Manaphy, I won anyways. So it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, it's the same. I just win. Like, if I play my Avery and you keep Jirachi and Manaphy, I won the game. If you don't keep one of them, then I hit you with Cresselia or Screamtail. Like, I'll take Guardy over Cloth Mirror any days. Guardy Mirror over Cloth Mirror, no shot. Manaphy start from Demetrius. Cresselia start from Ricardo and going first. But the hand here from Ricardo sucks. Actually... Is that a turn 2 Mirage Step with a Turo? It might be. Actually, you don't even need to play the Turo. I guess you could just hard retreat the Cresselia. There might have been only 1 Psychic in the hand, though. You think it's pretty skill intensive or just boring? I think it's just boring, to be honest. Mirror is way more competent than just Tail Crest every turn? Nah, not really. It's literally just Avery Crest Tail every turn. That's literally the whole Mirror. It's not more complicated than that. Try and use your Jirachis and Manaphy's accordingly, but it's pretty straightforward. You just try and put one of those plays together every turn, or you try to, and that's basically it. Repeat. That's it. Play more Averys than your opponent. Honestly, this is where the Palpad comes, like double Avery plus Palpad, cooking. I really don't need. If once you hit them with like 1 or 2 Averys, then they can't. They're never. It's like they're not going to put enough Pokemon in play ever again to actually like justify another Avery at that point. Usually. Oh, Ricardo's going for the Mew. What were the prize cards actually? Let me jump back to that real fast. The Mirage Step was in there from Ricardo. It's actually curious to not go for the Mirage Step. Yeah, that's actually... Well, it doesn't have the energy in hand, so then if you get Iono, you don't have the Turo plus the energy. But the Mirage Step play was there for Ricardo. I think Ricardo's worried about getting Iono next turn. Oh, the energy is in hand. So you go Fall Crystal for Ralts, attach to Ralts, pass into Turo, Mirage Step for 3. I don't know, I feel like it's a pretty good lineup here from Ricardo, but then Ricardo goes for the Mew instead. I don't know. I think I just like the Mirage Step play, to be honest, from Ricardo, and just plan to attack on turn 3. But now you should play the Level Ball. Jeez, like, you're going to keep the Level Ball for the Curlius still, I guess? Now you hit Battle VIP Pass, you play Battle VIP Pass, get 2 Ralts, and then pass? That's such a weak... That's so much weaker than Mirage Step, though, right? That's so much weaker than Mirage Step. I don't know. I don't like this play from Ricardo. I think I would just play for the turn 2 Mirage Step for 3. It seemed pretty easily lined up there. Yeah. So now you just get 2 Ralts. And then hold Double Ball for a Curlia next turn. That's like so much... You're not getting to like the you're basically not pulling off like a turn 2 Candy Guardy probably at this point. You're not going to see that many cards. So now you just have less Curlia's turn 2 than you could have had. Is the way it feels. I don't know. I don't like it. I guess you still have the Mirage Step play if you top deck a energy here from Ricardo. Yeah, I guess you still have the Turo play. But it would have been easier if you attached the energy, though. Because then if you... Yeah, I don't know, I guess. We'll see. Maybe it works out. You can still do the Turo play from Ricardo here, but the Mew has to find a Fog Crystal. Yeah, it has to find a Fog Crystal. You appreciate 3 months there, Pain. I guess. All right, Dimitri, Energy to Manaphy, Iono, Ultra Balls for the Mew. I don't mind Dimitri. I don't think Dimitri wants to... Dimitri can't play for Mirage Step here, because if Ricardo gets Candy Guardy, and then you Mirage Step, and then Ricardo gets 2 prize cards ahead, you probably just lose. So Dimitri has to, like, play here for the Candy Guard Vor play. Yeah, you have to play 4 Candy Guard Vor here as Dimitri. And then if you don't, you could be in trouble. There's no World's Prize here, I don't think, from Dimitri. So Mysterious Tail first to not shuffle the deck. There's another Battle VIP pass in there, but goes for the Fog Crystal. The Greninja is priced here, though, for Dimitri. So I don't know if Dimitri's playing into that or not. But no, it gets double Ralts. And I guess it's just going to hold the Fog Crystal, get an energy next turn. I thought we'd see quad Ralts here from Dimitri, but maybe there's Ralts prized. It doesn't go for the quad Ralts. But I guess you don't want to do that because you want to be able to Candy Guard it. But I guess... And was there a Ralts prized? See, now I'm going to go check again. Was that 407? No, there's no Ralts prized. I guess you want the option to be aggressive here as Dimitri, though, which I guess is fair. Because like if Dimitri fills his bench, and then Ricardo doesn't take a KO next turn, then Dimitri can't be aggressive unless Dimitri gets Candy. But you could just Candy Guard EX attack with Guard EX, right? Just like chill. I guess that's not a great attack though, because then you get to use the reversal on Ricardo's side and you're ahead. I guess that's fine. But I guess if in my head I'm like, if Ricardo whiffs for a turn, then as Dimitri, I feel like I would be okay. I'm okay like playing behind 1 prize card in mirror match, I feel like. I don't think I really care about... I don't mind being behind 1 prize card in mirror, to be honest. So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't really mind being behind 1 prize card in mirror, but we'll see. We'll see if Ricardo actually gets off a turn 2 attack here, or even goes for it. But I guess you would definitely go for a turn 2 attack here if you're Ricardo, if you get it. Got some... Curlia's got some Greninja here for Ricardo. Has a Cresselia already on the bench as well. Also, like, if Ricardo does get turn 2 Candy Guardy and already has the Mysterious Tail in the active, you lose a Ralts here as Dimitri. You have 2 Ralts going into the next turn without using Greninja to draw cards initially and doesn't have Greninja set up in play. That feels like it's in a pretty tough spot here for Dimitri. Yeah, I don't know. I still feel like that Force Ralts coming down would have been pretty chill. Because like I said, I'd be fine being behind a prize card. I'd be okay with that. I'll make the comeback. All right, there's another Curlia from Ricardo. Has an Iono as well. Has the 3 energy in the discard pile. Is going to evolve to the Curlia. I don't like that from Ricardo. You should just play the Iono first, try and get the Candy Guardy. If you whiff the Candy Guardy, you'll probably get an out to Curlia or a Curlia and just evolve that to Curlia and then you're chilling. Yeah, I don't like that choice there from Ricardo. Kind of giving up the... Like, you want to... When you have Mew in the active like this with Mysterious Tail, which you don't always have, like, try and go for the candy play. Just go for... Like, if you get there, dope. If you don't get there, it's like, it's all right. I whiffed. Now I go to a Curlia, right? I think you should at least play towards it first. There's Ultra Ball. We're just candy away. The Cresselia's on the bench. Like, the whole squad's here, ready to go. Like, I don't know why we wouldn't try and abuse the squad. There's the rare candy. Hey, there it is. We had it. We could have... Cresselia. It would have left Dimitri with 2 Ralts. 2 Ralts without the ability to probably use Mirage Step next turn. Unless Dimitri plays Turo and gets the Turo combo, but that's like unhinged, so you just never play like your opponent has that. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of how Ricardo played that. Because now for like Dimitri's like underdeveloped board, Dimitri can get the first prize card off the underdeveloped board and go like Cresselia or Screamtail KO Curlia. I actually don't even know which one's better to start with, to be honest, but one of them. Whatever one you find, Curlia dies. We'll see if Dimitri gets the Candy Guardy here. Yeah, I really don't like that play from Ricardo. Like, if you use Iono plus Mysterious Tail, you'll find an out for Kirlia, but leave open the option of the out of Candy Gardevoir. Because that Candy Gardevoir play is just so much better just to get ahead and start KOing these Kirlias. Or the Roltzes before they even become Kirlias. And the Kirlias once they're Kirlias. And then you're just winning. Yeah, taking away the draw power is so important. Because Dimitri has seen so little of his deck at this point. Dimitri's like seen nothing. No Greninja. Turn 1. Alright, 6 fresh ones. No pieces so far for the Candy Guardy. Still no Candy Guardy pieces. Comes another one. Goodbye Level Ball. And still no pieces for Candy Gardevoir. So we're going to give up on the Candy Gardevoir here from Dimitri for sure. Might even play some Fall Crystals here to just find energy and discard energy instead. Yeah, now it's done. Evolve to the Kirlia. No punish from Dimitri to go for that. Although, I don't know. Maybe Dimitri didn't even want to get Candy Gardevoir. But I feel like Dimitri probably wanted to get Candy Gardevoir there and get the first knockout. It seems pretty good to get the first KO. I'd recommend it overall. All right, Kirlia again. The big play here, though, to be honest, is like the first person to find Avery. Like finding Avery is like a really big deal in the mirror. So we'll see if like Ricardo playing Avery here just is insane. Like if Ricardo has Avery here, you gotta get rid of the Manaphy, get rid of the Ralts, and you lose a Kirlia, and your board is Mew, Kirlia. That's terrible. That's awful. And especially for like Ricardo's side of the field too. Like Ricardo has the Greninja in play instead of like another Ralts piece, and neither of them are Mirage Steps, so the Ralts are more important to be in play because you have less Ralts to constantly replace your Ralts with. So losing a Ralts to an Avery here is a bigger deal than if you use Mirage Step, because if you use Mirage Step, you have like 3 Ralts or 2 Ralts sitting in your deck waiting to get in on the action. But when you don't Mirage Step, your Kirlias come from Ralts, so all your Ralts are in play, and then you're just like, if you lose a Ralts, it hurts that much more. So we'll see if Ricardo finds the Avery here. Also, I don't even know if Ricardo plays Avery, but I'm just kind of assuming here. Does play the Turo, so possible not. Opening up with a Level Ball, I think. Dimitri's got asked something there. All right. The judge just said stop scamming, and here we go. I did not see an Avery in there for Ricardo. Wait, maybe there was. I don't think I saw. There had to be one, right? Was there one prized? There was possibly one prized. Check the prize cards real fast. Do I want to check the prize card? 12? I know. Super Rod being prized is also a big deal, though. I didn't mention that at the beginning. Super Rod's pretty sick in the mirror. Just to, like, chain your small squad. And also recover from Avery. Like, especially when you don't Mirage Step. Recovering from Avery is pretty important. No Avery yet. There's a Collapse Stadium, but Collapse Stadium doesn't really do anything here for Ricardo. Where's the Avery? That is the question. There's a boss. We always have the Cresselia play here. I'm assuming, I don't think we found a Gardevoir EX. No, we should have an Ultra Ball in hand here, I think, still from Ricardo. So, actually, I don't see one. Didn't play that Level Ball, or should have played that Level Ball already more aggressively. Just search anything out of the deck to increase our odds of finding this Gardevoir here. Is there an Ultra Ball in the deck? There's a couple Ultra Balls, so we saved the Mew for the last part of the sequence. But we should see Ricardo play that Level Ball and just go get the Jirachi out of the deck to increase our odds here. Probably. I don't know, this is like the turn you want Avery. This is the turn. The longer the game goes without playing Avery, the worse Avery gets. Because like you're more established and you've gone through your deck more, so like you're gonna have more outs to the good cards with less draw power. So this is like the turn to like do the thing with Avery. I don't like. Yeah, Ricardo also should just like played that level. Ricardo should still play this Level Ball and go get that Jirachi out of the deck. All right, there's a Shiny Arcana. Dude, get the Jirachi. Go get him. He wants to be free. Oh, all right, Shiny Arcana for 2. Oh, there's the Guardy X. All right, got the Guardy X. We are attacking with Cresselia here for Ricardo. Comes the Mew. This was probably always going to hit an Ultra Ball anyways. Actually, it whiffed the Ultra Ball. There's the Avery. No Ultra Ball hit on the Mew, so, I mean, the Guardy was... Yeah, I mean, actually, no. If Ricardo drew one card different, like didn't draw the Guardy and drew any one of those other cards, well, if it was the Avery... Well, Ricardo also still hasn't played a supporter, but I actually don't know if Ricardo has a supporter in hand. But drawing the Avery would have been pretty good there. Play the Avery instead, Mew afterwards. That would have been pretty clean, pretty sick. Here's the Guardy EX. So we're going to see a swing here with the Cresselia from Ricardo. Establish some energy in play. And you want to start to build up your Shiny Arcana. So Ricardo's ahead. So the reversal energy is going to be off the table for a little while for Ricardo, if not the whole game. So you want to build up those energy on your Shiny Arcanas to have the threat of Shiny Arcana to KO a Guardy EX. You just want the threat of it. And it's a lot easier to do that now because like you just don't attack with Shiny Arcanas ever in this matchup anymore. You like only attack with Cresselia and Screamtail. But yeah, energy on Guard EX can be interesting as well. But when you're ahead, you never attack with Guard EX. Sometimes if you're behind, attacking with Guard EX is fine because the other player can't actually knock out your Guard EX. But there's usually too big of a threat. Usually too early on, there's gonna be too big of a threat. So it's like not a thing you actually do. All right, Demetrius's response. I mean, honestly, you probably just Screamtail KO the Shiny Arcana. If I was Demetrius, that's what I would do. But I'm curious to see what Demetrius does. Just KO the Shiny Arcana with Screamtail. And then the one thing about Cresselia versus Screamtail is Cresselia eventually can't be used anymore. Ooh, Counter Catcher on Greninja as well. Oh, how far are we going with this? Oh, okay. No, it's pretty clean. I mean, I don't know. Do we want to? I guess when else are you going to use your counter catchers, right? When else are you going to use your counter catchers? Yeah, probably not ever. But you just get rid of Cresselia and Mew here as Ricardo, so it doesn't hit that hard. It is annoying. This is annoying, but you just get rid of Cresselia and Mew. And then Demetrius KOs your Shiny Arcana. Is that actually better? Yeah, I guess you want to. I almost think. Well, would I rather have my opponent not have the draw power of Greninja or the attacker potential of Cresselia? No, I guess this makes more sense because you have the Manaphy on yourself, protecting yourself from the what's it called? Yeah, that's probably good. It's probably good. Now I kept Greninja for draw. Yeah, but you'd rather remove the Cresselia and the Shiny Arcana for sure. Yeah, you'd rather remove the Cresselia and the Shiny Arcana. Mew's better to send up. Oh yeah, shouldn't Dimitri have gusted up the Mew? I didn't even think about that. Well, the thing with Mew though is Mew not better than Greninja because Mew can find Super Rod. I think Mew is actually better than Greninja because Mew finds Super Rod. Greninja can find Super Rod, but not as efficiently as Mew can. So yeah, you definitely want to remove the Greninja. You'd rather them keep the Greninja than the Mew. No, I think, yeah, I like this play from Demetrius. It makes the most sense. There's a Candy Guard EX. And then, do we have the Screamtail here from Demetrius? Nope, but it has the Cresselia. I'm actually curious, like, if Demetrius had the out to both, would Demetrius have gone for the Screamtail actually instead? Or the Counter Catcher for Lady? Or is Demetrius always going for the... Well, I guess, do you want to KO Curly instead of Shiny Arcana? Or would you rather KO Shiny Arcana instead of Curly is kind of the question, right? Yeah, which one's better to KO here? I'm not sure, actually. Probably KO the Curlia, to be honest, right? I think I'd rather lean on going with the Curlia. If you're going to KO Curly, you should probably use Cresselia instead. Gotta be Curlia? Yeah, I think it's gotta be Curlia. Now we'll see what Ricardo can find. Uses the Artisan immediately. Could have tried to find a Super Rod first, though, to get another Rolts in play. Has a Rolts in hand. The big thing that Ricardo needs to find here is the Avery. Like, last turn, Avery was better. This turn, Avery is still good, though. Yeah. This turn, Avery is still good. What about a Catcher Arcana hit with EX? That would have been interesting as well, to be honest, Pot. But I don't think you want to put your big things in the active. Putting your big things in the active always feels weird. A lot of level balls in hand still. And still the Jirachi is in the deck here for Ricardo. I hate the fact that Ricardo has not played one of these level balls to get the Jirachi out of the deck. It's still in there, right? Dude, it's still in there. Did we just have to put damage on his Pokemon? Yeah, but then he immediately attacked with Cresselia and healed the damage. Attach active, go to the Screamtail, but there's a Manaphy on the bench, so it has to be Screamtail KO Cresselia, which is terribly inefficient here for Ricardo. This is awful. Also, Ricardo should have just given up the reversal energy, and also it doesn't have to put 4, so it shouldn't have put 4, it should just put 3. Ricardo should have just Greninja'd away the psychic energy, and then maybe harder treated the Greninja with the reversal. I don't think Ricardo used the Greninja draw, but you need to find the Avery here. The Avery is getting worse and worse every single turn for Ricardo. And we see Demetrius is actually pushing up the Gardevoir. So maybe he's going to go for that Counter Catcher KO Shiny Arcana with Gardevoir here, which I do kind of like. You got the Manaphy protecting the bench from the Screamtail. So the big threat to your Gardevoir is just the Shiny Arcana. We'll see, though. Also an Iono in the hand here for well. Yeah, because you can like Counter Catcher and Iono here as, yeah, Demetrius. Dude, Demetrius in such a good spot. Yep. Oh, but goes for the Counter Catcher on the Greninja again. So it's just going to snipe around the Greninja, it looks like, again this turn. Still going to KO the Shiny Arcana. Yeah, I don't know how many energy in the discard pile for Ricardo here, but going to do the sniper round again. Guardi EX KO. The Shiny Arcana seemed decent, but this is still pretty good as well. You just go with the Screamtail KO the Shiny Arcana. Or I assume that's what's going to happen here. We'll see what Demetrius ends up going for. But yeah, the Mew's definitely looking a lot better than the other thing here. There's the Retreat. Has some Shiny Arcanas and could evolve them, but maybe it's just going to chill on them as well. Yeah, maybe it's just going to chill on the Shiny Arcanas and just use it for extra draw power on a later turn. Yep. Doesn't evolve to the Shiny Arcanas, takes the knockout. Seems pretty good to me. Doesn't need anything else. Doesn't need to like dig super hard this turn for anything else. There's really no reason to evolve the Shining Arcanas. You're protected from the Manaphy, or your bench Curlias are protected by Manaphy from Screamtail. I guess they could get Cresselia here. And see, at this point, the Avery, like, Demetrius doesn't really... The Avery, if you get Avery here as Demetrius, it's not as big of an impact. You just get rid of, like, the Mew and the Manaphy. Sure, the Screamtail can hit you, but then your Screamtail doesn't die. Your Screamtail, their Screamtail. Yeah. We're tied up. But the board from Ricardo is way more bad. Because Curlias were getting targeted by the small squad, and then also the Avery got found first from Demetrius, which took, like... Even though it only, like, took away a little bit, it didn't, like, completely cripple the board. You know, take a couple pieces away. You start to pick at the rest of the board with Screamtail and Cresselia, and then it's just like you'll eventually get whittled away down to like nothing. So there's a Cresselia grab. I wonder if Ricardo's gonna KO the Screamtail with so want to go get Cresselia. Is Ricardo gonna KO the Screamtail or KO a Curlia? You do want to KO the Curlias here. But I'm curious to see what Ricardo does. Has an Iono in hand. Manaphy to protect the bench. Okay, I like that. Not much not much in the way of the Shiny Arcanas, though. There's the Iono. Wait. There's an energy in hand. Wait, how... Dude, you have Greninja in your active. Did Ricardo just throw? Wait, what? Well, that never makes any sense, right? You have to move the Greninja, and then just chose to not move the Greninja. And then... Hold up. I'm not missing something, right? I'm not missing something, right? The energy's in hand. Then Ionos. That has a massive brain fart there from Ricardo. And then whiffs the energy to retreat. So now Demetrius can get ahead on the prize exchange in a favorable board state. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good for Demetrius here. I think Ricardo just forgot what was in his active here. We're just like, all right, we're chilling. Oh, wait. All right. Oh, yeah, it still has the refinement. That's true. This Ralts can evolve. I forgot. This Ralts can evolve. So we can still get there. We're not done yet. Definitely a mistake, but we're not done yet. There's a Turo in hand. Turo seems pretty good in the mirror match. There's an The Avery finally is found. I think we got to keep the Avery, though. Probably get rid of the... Counter catcher or Turo? Maybe the Turo goes. I don't actually know, to be honest. Here we go. Refinement. Gives up on the Turo. Finds a reversal, but would rather have kept the reversal and retreat the Psychic, but now we're forced into the reversal retreat. I think got another Super Rod as well, and there's some good stuff to Super Rod, but... Back into the Screamtail. The only thing the Screamtail can KO is Demetrius' Screamtail, so once again... Oh, could have ran to the Cresselia here, but I don't know if I had enough energy in the discard pile. Oh, does go to the Cresselia here. Almost misses that, but the energy's going to be spread so thin here from Ricardo. And you do heal 20 damage off the Screamtail, which makes it like less effective. Does get a Curlia KO, which is pretty important though. The Curlia KOs are pretty important here. Okay, another Avery would be really good here from Demetrius, I feel like. Another Avery would be pretty good. There's a quick check of the deck with the Artisan. A lot of Gardevoirs left. I do wonder, like, it is curious, though. Demetrius could have evolved both those Curlias to Gardevoirs on the last turn, which would have been interesting, to be honest. But it's slowing down here for Demetrius. Just going to KO the Cresselia. Draw 2 off the Curlia, then KO the Cresselia. If Ricardo can recover the Cresselia and get some of these energy back into the discard pile and go Iono, Cresselia... He needs to get some of these energy back in the discard pile, that's for sure. You need, like, collapsed on this... Screamtail. There is the Super Rod. We do have the Super Rod here for Ricardo. Yeah, if we could get if we can KO that Curlia for Ricardo here, Ricardo's actually not in a terrible spot, to be honest. Yeah, we'll see. Is that the Cresselia? Is it getting recovered? Cresselia, Curlia, Guardia looks like. And then has Ultra Ball energy. Here's the Artisan. Should be grabbing Cresselia here, I assume. The Cresselia play here seems really, really good if we can KO that. I almost feel like Ricardo... How many? We have one bench. Yeah, I feel like Cresselia. Oh, I don't even know if the Cresselia was taken, to be honest. Yeah, Cresselia KO seems really good here. He's going to go for the Ralts instead, though. I kind of like the Cresselia. Okay. Got the Cresselia. But we need like to collapse away our freaking Screamtail to get this energy in the discard pile, to be honest. I guess we don't have to do it this turn. As long as we can get the attack off this turn, we can do it next turn. Yeah, because I guess we only need to load up 3 energy here out of the discard pile. We can draw with Greninja. We have the Avery. I think we should hit the Avery here as Ricardo. Also, I mean, to be honest, though, Iono here wouldn't be bad either. Yeah, maybe we're digging for an Iono here as Ricardo. I don't hate the idea of trying to find Iono. Dude, play the level ball, please. Thin out the deck, please. Get that stupid Jirachi. I swear there's a Jirachi in the deck right now. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe there's not Jirachi this whole time. There's the Avery from... I mean, you got to get rid of the Manaphy here, I feel like, as... Oh, but if you get rid of the Manaphy, then the Screamtail can KO the Kirlia. Actually, I don't know if I agree with that from Demetrius. I think it has to be the Mew. I don't know. That's so awkward for Demetrius, because I think the energy's already in the discard pile to be able to use the Cresselia. So your Kirlia dies here no matter what is Demetrius. But you could force Ricardo to spread out the energy a little bit thinner, which means like a big hit on your guard 4EX is like less possible from Ricardo. Jirachi was in prizes. Was it? No, but it wasn't in prizes for Ricardo. It was in prizes for Demetrius. I appreciate the eight months there, Calamity. Appreciate the primes up there. Boba Boy, welcome to the Rat Pack. We're all out of tea, but we got plenty of bread. Rachi is not prized. Ricardo just doesn't like going after it. Vacuum away the Artisan here is probably pretty solid, to be honest, to take that away from Demetrius. Level ball for Jirachi is also probably would have been good like 10 turns ago to discard that thing out of the deck and thin it out, but it's in there, chilling. I think. There's the retreat. Wait, what? Okay, this play is bad from Ricardo, I think. I think we should just use Screamtail and KO the Kirlia here as Ricardo to force the Screamtail to KO the Screamtail to get access to your energy again as Ricardo. This play seems bad. You appreciate the 14 months there, Chuck. I don't like this at all from Ricardo, because now your energy is spread super thin. Got 2 on the Screamtail, 1 on the Cresselia, 2 on the Guardy, 2 on the Kirlia. The Manaphy's gone. Ricardo should just go, okay, cool. Screamtail, KO Kirlia. Probably evolve the Kirlia to the Shiny Arcana if that's possible. That is possible as well. Protect the Kirlia from getting KO'd. Yeah, Ricardo should evolve the Kirlia to the Shiny Arcana so it can't be KO'd by the Cresselia from Demetrius. Oh, but there's just the KO. Yeah, I don't like that from Ricardo. The energy is spread so thin here. Does get the Iono off the prize card, which is a pretty big deal. Dude, everyone's got a little bit, bro. All right, what does Demetrius even do here? Dude, I thought Demetrius was in a great spot, but it's kind of been falling apart here very slowly. Turn after turn. Ricardo, yeah, Demetrius like kept like it's him like wasn't able to keep putting on the pressure. Like lack of super odds to recover Guardy pieces, basically. Yeah, now the player got to use Mirage Step, so it's been kind of they've both been running out of Guardy pieces pretty consistently here. But Demetrius once again could have evolved that Kirlia to a Shiny Arcana and chose not to. Could have evolved the Kirlia to Shiny Arcana. Stopped the possibility of the Cresselia KO. Would have forced it into a Screamtail KO. But could have had Mew. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Demetrius should have just committed one of those to a Shiny Arcana. Actually, to be honest, the more we see that play out, I think it's a mistake from Demetrius to have not just committed a Shiny Arcana. Just going to KO the active. Go down to 2 prize cards. Does have the possibility of Zacian Boss, but doesn't have Counter Catcher left. So that's another weird thing from Demetrius. Demetrius got rid of both Counter Catchers. And it is possible this turn for Ricardo to KO the Guardy here. It's possible for Ricardo to KO the Gardevoir here with Shiny Arcana. Needs Boss and maybe Boss and maybe Collapse to collapse away the runt on the bench, the Screamtail. But if not, Ricardo can just look for a two-turn win, or like KO the active plus Iono and then KO the Mew on the next turn, which would be fine. You just don't want to leave Guardy EX in the active here as Ricardo. Just don't leave the Guardy EX in the active. Maybe we'll finally see this level ball get played to thin out the deck. Bro, maybe I'm just tripping the whole time there's just not a Jirachi in the deck. I want him to play the level ball though so I can find out. I just want to know. If there's been one in there this whole time, I'm going to be tilted. Waltz bench. Play level ball. Is there a Jirachi? Can't tell. Yes, god damn it, bro. The whole time it's been in there? Are you kidding me? Timer? 19 minutes. I'm tilted, man. I'm so tilted. I can't believe Jirachi was in the deck the whole time. There's no way we didn't thin that out earlier. And then he discards it. Dude, he never got punished either. He never drew into the... He never got punished. All right, what's left? I don't know if the boss might be in the hand in here for Ricardo, and Ricardo might just be digging for the collapse to collapse away the tail to get access to enough energy for the Shiny Arcana to actually get the knockout. I'm not sure. But there's a cut. Yeah, I'm not sure if Ricardo needs that or not. What do we need? How many energy do we need here? 6, 8? 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8's enough, right? 300. Oh, so the collapse is in the deck as well. I think the boss was in the hand, but doesn't use Shiny Arcana. So we're going to go with a... Probably from Ricardo here, we're going to see Screamtail, knock out Screamtail from Ricardo. And honestly, Demetrius getting rid of that second counter catcher was maybe a little bit too aggressive. And we could see Demetrius getting punished for not having it because it never really slowed down Ricardo. And the chance of it slowing down Ricardo wasn't very likely. Whoa! I don't know about this play, though, from Ricardo. Attacking with the Shiny Arcana? That can't be correct because now Demetrius can go send up Guard EX, KO Shiny Arcana, Iono, get Manaphy back on the bench to stop Screamtail from KOing the Mew. So Ricardo was doing this play assuming Screamtail can KO the Mew next turn. But I don't like this play from Ricardo at all, to be honest. I don't like this play at all. We should definitely preserve our Shiny Arcana here and attack with Screamtail and KO the Screamtail. 100%. There's no doubt in my mind. Because now Demetrius can go Iono, Super Odd, bench Manaphy, knockout, boss knockout. I don't know why Ricardo is loading up energy with Guard EX. If Guard EX gets KO'd, you lose. This is a terrible play here from Ricardo. Like, just leave the energy in the discard pile. You just leave him in the discard pile. If your Guard EX dies next turn, you lose the game. Oh, wait, unless... No, never mind. Ricardo doesn't have Collapse in hand. I was like, unless Ricardo's going to collapse away the Guard EX. Then it makes sense. But didn't use Shiny Arcana. Could have got the Collapse. I think it's in the deck. I think I saw Ricardo had the Collapse. And then could have collapsed away the Guard EX and really limited Demetrius' outs. But could have gone, collapse away the Guard EX. But, like, do you want to do that when you put Demetrius to 2-card hand with no draw power in play and both counter catch are gone? The hand for Demetrius here has to basically be Boss-zation for Demetrius to have a chance to win. Or recover Screamtail, Cape. Yeah, basically has to be Boss-zation. All right, Super Odd. Get the Manaphy back. Yep. Demetrius sees the play. Recover Manaphy. Maybe recover Greninja for some immediate draw power. Definitely the Manaphy. And then eyes up a Ralts Curlia line. Getting the Manaphy is going to be tough, though. Not that there's a ton of cards left in the deck here. Now that Ricardo's gotten rid of that Artisan, getting the Manaphy is going to be tough. What is that? Oh, there's the Zation, but it's an Iono. But if the counter catcher was still in the deck, I don't know how many energy Demetrius has in the discard pile. But we could have seen Mew for counter catcher up the Guardy, Zation knockout. But Demetrius was like super aggressive with those counter catchers in the early game. One of them, maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure about the aggressive counter catcher plays from Demetrius. It seemed like they weren't gonna do anything besides get the card out of your deck. But when you're behind as Demetrius, don't you want to save them to be able to KO the Guardy at the end of the game? I don't know. Maybe there's a third counter catcher in the list here for Demetrius. No out to Manaphy, it looks like, for Demetrius, and is going to lose game one. But to be honest, I don't think Demetrius played this super well. I also don't think Ricardo played this super well. I think it was pretty sloppy on both sides, to be honest. I did not like the way either player really played this. There definitely was... Yeah, a lot better plays have been played on both sides, I think. I think it was played pretty sloppy on both sides. I think Demetrius was playing too conservatively, and Ricardo was playing... too aggressively? No, Ricardo's made some bad game line choices, but I think Demetrius was playing a little bit too conservatively. It was like, okay, I'm on the trade, but it's like, if Ricardo just had like a reasonable play every turn, you just always lose. I feel like Demetrius never put himself in a situation where he could get back ahead in the game. He was always playing like... Demetrius was always playing for Ricardo to whiff in a situation where Ricardo whiffing was just like not going to happen. And then obviously, yeah, Ricardo made some like pretty fundamental gameplay poor decisions. All right, prize cards. Both player prizing some piece. Oh my, triple Iono! Well, Demetrius better get ahead because does not have the comeback potential from the Ionos in this one. Well, actually, as the game progresses, can maybe get there. Might be a pretty slow mid-game draw here from Demetrius, though. Just has way less draw supporters in the deck right now. Ricardo's side, pricing of Ralts is not great. Especially going second pricing Ralts is even worse. Because if Demetrius gets turn 2 Candy Guardy, you can't really afford to Mirage Step. So being down a Curlia, or being down a Ralts when you can't Mirage Step is not good. Would not recommend. Yeah, not very good. Not very good. And then, yeah, Guard EX and a Shiny Arcana. There's a Shiny Arcana and a Curlia prize for Demetrius, but you're going first, so it's a little bit less relevant. It means the potential of the Mirage Step is a little bit less effective from Demetrius, but still putting off Mirage Step is still pretty good, so you'd still go for it. And the Guardy's in the first 2 prize cards, so it's not going to be super detrimental. So simply like finding the Guard Force can be tough when you prize them, to be honest. Like, you do still play like 3 Ultra Ball. I'm guessing both players play 3 Ultra Ball, but Finding them can be rough. All right, 14 minutes left as well. Only 14 minutes left. Double battle VIP pass. The Ralts, the Ralts are in. I didn't really take a look at the rest of the hand too much from Demetrius, but we see Demetrius is definitely playing fast here. Got to get rid of the reversal. You need turn 2 Candy Guard. You got to put the pressure on. Not a ton of time left. Got to cook. Demetrius understands that. Okay, over to Ricardo. Pretty good start as well. No draw supporter though from Ricardo. Does have the Ralts in the, or the Mew in the active. Excuse me. Could find a level ball for a Curlia next turn. Could find an Ultra Ball for the Candy Guardy, but needs a draw supporter to go with that. Probably the best draw here from Demetrius, to be honest, is a Fall Crystal to use Greninja. I think the best draw here from Ricardo is a Fall Crystal just to use Greninja here and draw 2 more cards. So Battle VIP pass, grab some Ralts, maybe grab the Greninja. The Greninja actually I think is in hand, so grab some Ralts. Maybe you get the Manaphy or the Mew. 2 of the Ralts are in the hand and 1 is prize here for Ricardo. So this honestly, this Battle VIP pass feels really bad. Because all your basics are in your hand. There's like nothing to get. You maybe only get 1 Pokemon off this Battle VIP pass. You maybe just grab the Ralts. I think there's only 1 Ralts in deck. So yeah, I don't know even if you grab 2 Pokemon here. Maybe the Cresselia, if the Cresselia is in the deck, you could grab that. But then Demetrius could just go with the Jirachi. So you kind of want to, you don't really want to put Screamtail or Cresselia into play until the turn you're using it. Because if you get Avery, it's one of the first Pokemon to probably leave the field because you got to keep your draw power around. And then you're kind of telegraphing to your opponent to bench Jirachi or Manaphy. So, yeah, like you want to have a board state like this. Ooh, the aggressive Manaphy. I don't really like that from Ricardo. Do I? No, because now like Demetrius will just go Cresselia KO your 60 HP Ralts. Yeah, benching the Manaphy here is bad from Ricardo. You shouldn't do that. So, like I said, I think Fall Crystal is actually the best find here. It's a Super Rod. That's not good. We'll see what kind of a turn Demetrius can even have, though, on this next turn. Has at least 1 Curlia in hand. Did prize 1 Curlia, so the refinements are a little bit limited. So we're looking for some Candy Guardy plays. Definitely, Demetrius is definitely looking for Candy Guardy attack, though. Like, no question. Greninja for 2. Here come the Curlias. Should play the level ball now, but Demetrius maybe didn't even check the prize cards. Just trying to play as fast as possible, so maybe doesn't know there's a refinement prize. But you just want to play the level ball now because you can't chain refinements off not playing the level ball. So, and it's just whiffing, just missing the candy. To be honest, it's close. There's a level ball. Gets a refinement. Draw another 2. Once again, still just a candy away. So Avery would be pretty good here for Demetrius as well. Avery would be pretty good. Doesn't want to give up the Artisan. Probably just going to ditch a Psychic here. I was going to ditch the Artisan. That seems fine as well because you don't really want to give your opponent Artisan. Some energy and Ultra Ball. He's going to play the Ultra Ball. There is no... Oh, doesn't have a way to remove the Greninja. He's just going to go for the Mirage Step here and then pass over to Ricardo. Now, see, this is like the problem with putting Manaphy in play as well from Ricardo. Like, if Ricardo gets Candy Guardy here, you can't Cresselia, you can't Screamtail because your bench is full. So putting the Manaphy down is just always like a massive misplay from Ricardo. Unless you suspect your opponent doesn't play Cresselia. Then from Ricardo, it's kind of fine, to be honest. But we saw the Cresselia from Demetrius in the first game, right? I think so, yeah. So you know that Demetrius... Wait, does Demetrius play Cresselia? Now I'm second-guessing myself. Maybe Demetrius doesn't play Cresselia and just Ricardo does. That's possible, but I'm pretty sure I saw it on both sides. Chat will confirm. Yeah, Ricardo also did win game 1, so Ricardo does not even need to feel like pressure to win this game. It's all about, can Demetrius start drawing prize cards? If Ricardo wins, that's great, but yeah, it's not like Ricardo's the one who's like pressured for time here. It's all on Demetrius. Super Rod, Cress, Screamtail. Gonna go with the Mew first. I definitely don't like that. You definitely still just use Refinement first. You just figure out which one of the 2 you're gonna give up. You're gonna give up the... What was it? Super Rod, Cresselia, Screamtail, something. Candy? You just figure out which of the 2 you're going to give up, and then you give up that one. And then also, like, playing the level ball. Well yeah, because Candy Guardy here is just not that good for Ricardo. So you should hold the level ball, use Refinement, because you want to get out triple Refinement this turn as Ricardo. You just want 3 Refinements in play this turn, ideally. Yeah, it was Candy. It was Candy. Because Candy Guardy attack with Guardy X is just, like, not that good here. So you don't really want to do it. Where's the timer? Behind the chat. Blame the chat. They ate it. You shouldn't level ball here for a refinement because you're fine with drawing into a refinement to go triple refinement here. Here we go. There, can go Candy Shiny Arcana. I guess that's probably not terrible. Yeah, it's probably fine, to be honest. Candy Shiny Arcana seems fine. That's just the Ralts. We'll see if they go for it, though. Just passes. Okay. I think you just go for it there. I think you just go for the Candy Shiny Arcana. Do you? Maybe just wait to make this a refinement as well. That's probably also fine. All right. Demetrius needs to take a KO here. Okay, Energy to Greninja. Has the Ultra Ball. Will be attacking this turn for sure. The question is just, what are we attacking here? Has the Cresselia, so it's probably going to be a Cresselia KO on a Kirlia. 1, 2. Greninja for 2. Demetrius is starting to cook now. Worker for 3. Still going. Here's the Ultra Ball. Gets away 2 level balls. Doesn't play either of them. I guess you don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to thin out your Manaphy's and Jirachis and Ultra Ball them away in this matchup because you want them in this matchup. So that makes sense. Boom. There's Crest. Retreat. Load up 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, none on the Guard EX makes sense. Boom. Knockout Kirlia. We're cooking. Now over to Ricardo. Got 6 minutes left. I should try and find a way to leave the timer on the screen so you guys can see it. Where is it like approximately placed? Yeah, maybe I could just like try and put it like I'll fix it for tomorrow. I'll put like my webcam timer and then the chat on like I'll make a little break in between my webcam and the chat for tomorrow. Yo, what's up, TPO? Demetrius going turbo. Yeah, Demetrius kind of has to go turbo. 5 minutes left. 5 prize cards to draw for Demetrius. Let's see what Ricardo can do. Kirlia. Ideally, you just kind of match it here from Ricardo, and you just go KO the Kirlia with Cresselia yourself. We'll see what Ricardo can put together. Has a candy in hand, so can candy the Shiny Arcana. Finds a level ball. Could just go get another refinement here. Goes and just gets a Ralts here, though, it looks like. Yep, level ball for Ralts. You could just slap another timer with that time left. Just Google a timer and slap it on top of the... No, that's way too much work for me. I'm not going to put my own timer on here. That's way too much work. Just put it wherever you wanted. That's true. I could do that. But it probably just... If I just move my cam up a little bit, you'll have access to the timer. That's the way to go for sure. That's like minimal work for me. So that's definitely what I'm going to do. Was the actual stream late in your time zone? Yeah, it starts at like 1 a.m. for me. So not worth staying up for. And the pass. No attack here from Ricardo. Over to Demetrius. We've seen this before in Guardian Mirror. You win game 1, and then you actions pass. Ricardo with the actions pass strat. 3 minutes left. Demetrius got to cook. Here we go. Demetrius is cooking. Honestly, I don't even know if you want a Cresselia here. Maybe you do. I actually still want to remove the draw power to reduce the odds of a comeback here. Cresselia loaded up. Attacking with Cresselia always feels a little cringe, but gotta do what you gotta do, I guess. There's a swing. 4 prizes left for Demetrius. 3 minutes left. Over to Ricardo. Actions pass. So like there is like a play Ricardo can do here is like counter catcher up Greninja and then like hope it can't be retreat and like Iono. That's like a play for Ricardo to do here just to like hope Demetrius whiffs a turn. There's a lot of energy in play here for Demetrius as well, so could potentially whiff the retreat on the Greninja. It's possible. There's a lot of draw power on the side of Demetrius as well, though. There we go. Shiny Arcana for 2. You could also like KO. You could still like, well, I see like there's like no reason for Ricardo to put a Guard EX in play, to be honest. So you don't really ever. I don't think you're going to put a Guard EX in play here as Ricardo. We're probably just gonna see the counter catch Iono and chill. That's probably what Ricardo was checking for there. How many energy are gone? Not gonna counter catcher, dude. Play the counter catcher on the Greninja. There's no way. What, bro? If we're going actions pass, at least actions pass correctly. What if the Greninja gets stuck? That's a dub. I don't know. Maybe Ricardo is just going to start attacking though here. The Cresselia is on the bench, so it is possible. Ricardo might be going for an attack here still. We'll see. My guess was it's going to be an actions pass strat. There's the Guard EX though. We'll see what Ricardo goes for. No, Ricardo's attacking. Okay, never mind. Ricardo's attacking. Things have changed. That Curly is done. I assume that's what's going to happen here. Ricardo's attacking. Load up, and load up. Yeah, by the way, I have nothing against Ricardo playing this way, by the way. I have nothing against Ricardo playing that way. Like, if they played that way, they played that way. But Ricardo's doing it different. No actions pass. View grab here from Demetrius. Demetrius just needs to try and draw a prize card this turn. Ideally on that Kirlia. But now with all its energy loaded up on the active Cresselia... oh, well, here's the Avery, though. So if the Manaphy gets discarded here from Ricardo, it should probably be Manaphy Greninja discarded here. Oh, the Guard EX discard, though. Oh, I like that from Ricardo, though. That's smart. That's super smart from Ricardo. Discard the Guard EX. No, didn't discard the Guard EX. I'm sorry. Time runs out right now. Time's out. Time ends. And, yeah, Demetrius Scoops getting 1-0'd in this one. What does actions pass means? It means you do a bunch of actions, then you pass. Yeah, you just do a bunch of actions, then you pass. It doesn't matter, though. Time right now on that turn. So, like, Ricardo should have discarded the Guard EX off of the Avery there, because there's no, like, there was, like, almost no chance that Demetrius ever wins this game. So there was no chance, there was definitely no chance that Ricardo ever wins this game. There was definitely no chance that Ricardo ever wins this game. But yeah, definitely should have discarded the Guard EX there, but didn't matter in the end. Didn't end up mattering. Alberta with the Lost Tina versus Caroline with the Iron Valley and Entei. I think I favor the Tina in this matchup. For sure. I think I favor Tina in this matchup. I think so. I could be wrong. I think I favor the Tina though. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Because like Path's annoying. Tina's got a lot of HP. I mean, there is still like the smaller stuff to be like Yoga Looped and taking advantage of, like the Comfies and stuff, but you know, doing Abyss Seeking early. You can play with low bench, Culver's Abyss Seeking. Maybe put one Comfy in play. Yeah, there's Abyss Seeking a couple times. Then you get into the Roxanne's plus the Paths plus the Guillotine of E-Stars. So I think I favor Tina. You can like play it like low bench, heavy Tina. So that's my analysis of the matchup. I think I favor Tina. Comfy start here for Alberto. And the Battle VIP pass. Bro, I don't think I've ever seen a deck like this open that well before. You may as well play the VIP pass immediately as well. You probably want to draw into some other stuff. Get Greninja plus a Tina maybe. I'm curious to see what how Alberto plays this. It's also one of those matchups that it's possible like Alberto doesn't have a ton of experience in this matchup either. And just is kind of like, well, I guess we'll just see how this goes, because it's like has not played a whole ton of reps in this matchup, which wouldn't surprise me if Alberto hasn't played a whole ton of reps of this matchup. Let's get back to the prize checking here, though. Double Tina. Okay, so no Greninja. Was Greninja prized? Gee, I gotta like keep track of the prize cards a little bit better. Maybe Greninja was. No Greninja prize. So it looks like I say, yeah, I think Alberto's gonna play this one Comfy, mostly Tinas. So you just use the one Comfy to get on odd Lost Zone, and then you like Abyss Seeking plus Cold Rush up to 7. And then probably go from there, would be my assumption, is how you play this. And you'd maybe get Greninja here if you feel like you need the extra draw power. But this makes sense. The way Alberto's playing this. I assume that's what we're going to see from Alberto is the Abyss Seeking. But maybe if it feels like there's not enough, maybe you go a little bit harder. Oh, there's another Battle VIP pass. Do you just go triple Tina? Nope, there's a Greninja lineup now. So, but then I don't know why you wouldn't get the Greninja initially as Alberto. I don't know why you wouldn't have just gotten the Greninja off the first one. I do like not getting the Tina here as well, though, because you don't want the Entei to hit your Tinas harder. But yeah, that is curious to me why Alberto didn't possibly play that a little bit differently then. I don't know. There's the Cold for the next turn. I said probably going to line that up with an Abyss Seeking. There's the pass. But the extra draw power definitely seemed like it made a difference there. So maybe Alberto, if Alberto had seen a Cold Rush off the Comfy, then maybe you just all of a sudden slow it down and don't put the Greninja in play. Maybe that would have been the play. So here for Caroline, honestly, I think you're trying to Yoga Loop the Comfy this turn. Yoga Loop the Comfy, then get a hit with Entei after that. Yeah, there's a Comfy and a Greninja in play. So 2-1 prizers and then 2-2 prizers. And those are your prize cards here for Caroline. I think you're going to Yoga Loop the Comfy, and then you're going to try and punch a Tina this turn. But I actually don't think you want to... Well, you could KO the Greninja and take away the draw power. Maybe you go Yoga Loop Comfy, and then I guess Alberto could force a Tina in the active, unless you get the boss. And like if you either push a Tina at the active, and if Escape Rope gets played, you just push the other Tina as Alberto. So I'm curious to see what Alberto does if that comes up. But I think Caroline probably should play for the Yoga Loop if it's possible to get there. We'll see. We will see. You'll appreciate that prime sub there, Axel. Welcome to the Rat Pack. Fresh out of... Whoa. We got plenty of Squawkabilly. What was the... Was there any Pokemon search cards played there? Switch card research? Is that even 8 cards? Caroline does not draw for turn? No, that's 8 cards. That's exactly 8. Which makes sense because you draw for turn and then you have 8. All right, research. Spiritomb. Does that matter in this matchup? Probably not. And the draw is not very aggressive as well. Really slow start here. This is not what you want to see from the Entei deck. The Entei deck is like an aggressive deck. Another Honestly, I don't even know if I like that switch card being used here as Caroline, because like the switch card, a switch card here will do so much work and just clean this all up. So I don't even know if I like that switch card being used there as Caroline. Maybe it would. Oh wait, we have Billy still. Hold up. We got Billy still. Hold on, chill out. Calm down, chat. We got Billy. We're cooking. Oh my god. Wait, no. It's not a yoga loop. It's also not an attack with Entei. It's nothing. There is still an out here to the yoga loop. No, not really. There's no out to the yoga loop. You can still attack with the Entei here, though. The Entei is attackable with. You just have to fleet foot it into an energy, which is kind of annoying, but you probably just go for it here as Caroline. Switch into... You could escape. You want to escape rope because you don't want to punch the Comfey with Entei. So you want to escape rope into Iron Valiant, put 20 more on the Comfey, Magma Basin, escape rope. Yeah, Magma Basin, escape rope, and then punch whatever. I guess you don't actually have to use this. Actually, you don't even have to use the other Iron Valiant this turn. You could just play an escape rope here, and that'd be fine. You don't have to use switch and then escape rope. Probably just escape rope here is fine. Because the extra 20 damage doesn't do anything this turn. And if anything, it just gives Alberto like a punch for a double thing on the thing. Pushes the Greninja. Which, oh, and does, there we go. There's the send up there of the Iron Valiant from Caroline, which is interesting because you didn't have to do that as Caroline. Is that just a waste of the switch card? I almost wonder. Like, should you just hold the switch card there instead? I feel like that switch card maybe should have just been held there, to be honest. All right, fleet-footed and pray for energy. Here we go. And it is an escape rope. So I guess we're just passing here as Caroline with the Entei and the active, which is not good, believe it or not. So for Alberto here, you're trying to heal the Comfey with the switch card and then Abyss Seeking, I assume. So, like, retreat the Greninja into the Comfey or jet up the Comfey and then switch card it out. And then, oh, no, you don't want to do that. You want to switch cards. Oh, it has to be like, oh, maybe that is a little bit awkward, actually, because then you can't, that's triple jet. But the Roxanne's really good here. So you want one jet, and the question is double jet Roxanne or jet Roxanne Grass. And let's get rid of double jet there. Jets are so good, though. That kind of sucks. But you got to do it. Here comes the concealed card, so ditch the grass. I guess if you are going to concealed cards one of them away, you'd rather get rid of grass, though. Yeah, maybe you can't get that switch card on the Comfey here like you'd like to as Alberto. You maybe can't do it. I guess you could switch card into the Comfey and hope to hit another switch card. Because you got a jet for the Abyss Seeking is the problem. So, and maybe you don't have to stress to heal the Comfey. Maybe it doesn't matter that much if it gets yoga looped. You don't really like it getting yoga looped, but I'm curious what the take was there over the Mirage Gate. But I'm assuming the Abyss Seeking always wants to happen here, and we do see that happening here from Alberto. That's what I was saying. Yeah, play low bench. Abyss Seeking, use Abyss Seeking aggressively to get to the 7 and not rely on Comfeys too much. Evolve the bench into the Tina V-Star. And Boss Psychic. Honestly, Boss doesn't seem that good in this matchup, but you maybe want it at the end of the game to get around the Radiant Star, so you can just go KO 3-2 Brisers. All right, fleet-footed first. Another Magma Basin. All right, Escape Rope's going to come in here, and we're going to see the Iron Valiant KO on the Comfey. You should always push Comfey as Alberto. You know it's going to get knocked out, but you should do it anyways. Because all right, we got that's a lot of Magma Basins. That's not good. We got to first push up a Pokemon here from Alberto though. We could see, honestly, actually, with the way this played out from Caroline, I think Caroline has a boss in hand with 3 jet down. I guess the question is, does Alberto play Escape Rope or Switch? And does Alberto play Escape Rope or Switch? But I think Caroline should boss punch this Giratina V-Star. And then just hope it gets stuck for a turn. Because it feels like you're in a really bad start in this matchup so far as Caroline. So I think you should boss up the Giratina V-Star and hope it gets stuck for a turn. Because 3 jet are gone. And jet is the most consistent, or is usually the way that you can move your Tina V-Star if it gets stuck in the active. And the question is, does Alberto play Escape Rope or Switch? I think Alberto might still be on the 4 switch card. I don't know. That's what Alberto was doing 4 switch card before, so it's possible. And also, I don't know, researching away 2 more Magma Basin does not seem like the play against a Pats at the Peak deck. So, yeah. I would like we also just don't want to research this turn. And I think there is a boss in the hand. So I think I'd like to see the boss from Caroline here on the Giratina V-Star. But Alberto's thinking about sending up the Giratina, it looks like here. Oh, ends up sending up the Giratina anyways. Now this makes it awkward for Caroline. Now maybe you do just boss the Greninja, though, because I feel like you have to preserve these Magma Basins. I feel like we got to preserve these Magma Basins. I don't think we can research away 2 Magma Basin here. I think we just lose if that happens. So I feel like boss up the Greninja or just Punchy Active. Punchy Active is also fine. Just like can't research, basically. Just can't research, basically. This would also be fine. Could also chorus and attack with V-Star. Well, yeah, they could have that. They could have a Jet Energy. They could have a Skateboard. They have a Switch. But you have to just make a play that gives you a chance here, or gives you what you think is the best chance. Yeah, I wouldn't have hated the boss KO on the Greninja here from Caroline. That could have been a fine play as well. But punching the active is like also seems fine. Because right now from Caroline, we can look for 2-hit KO the Giratina V-Star with 2 Entei, and then use Radiant Zard to KO the next Giratina V-Star. And then Alberto has to make another Giratina V-Star. Or at least a Giratina V counter catcher KO the Squawkabilly, I guess. But I think there is the Giratina in the hand here for Alberto as well. We'll see. I think you're just correcting the damage. Is there too much damage? Is it only 100? No, it's 140. Dude. No, it's 140. Dude. I'm pretty sure that was the judge, because Alberto looked over at the judge there. The judge is tripping. Okay. Jet Energy seems really good here. Thinking about giving up the Super Rod feels a little weird. I like the Super Rod keep, I think. Super Rods are just so important, especially if you need to make a third Tina. That could be tough. Doing a quick energy count before the gate. Seems like there's energy in the deck. Yep, plenty of energy in the deck. Yo, we got energy. Going for a Grass Water on the bench. Ooh, are we gonna send up the fresh V-Star here? That might be the play here from Alberto. Jet it up. Oh, nope, they end up on the active. I thought we were putting him on the bench. And I was like, jetting up the bench doesn't seem that bad either, because then you just don't have this in the active. But I guess you run into a situation where like the Radiant Zard could hit a turn sooner, which you don't really want to have happen, I don't think. And Greninja. And could still go Super Rod Mirage to the bench Tina. There's a lot of things that Alberto could play. And I think you're pretty consistently playing around Iono in this deck, because like most of the builds are playing the 2 Iono. So I think most of the time with this deck you are playing around the 2 Iono. So you do want to be like a little bit aggressive with setting up your board a little bit further. You don't want to play too passive, assuming your hand is going to be there next turn. We see Alberto even getting the extra energy on the bench here, and then Lost Impact. Question is, do you get rid of the Jet off the bench? Yeah, second V-Star to the bench makes sense as well. Protect the energy around a boss KO from a Radiant Zard, which is possible, but pretty unlikely. Gets rid of the Jet in the water, keeps the attacker as a viable attacker, even though the active is probably going to get KO'd here by an Entei. Probably, we'll see. Now we have to do the research here as Carolina. You don't really have a choice. The research has to happen, which feels pretty bad. You don't really want to research here. Getting rid of 2 Magma Basin is still really bad. So you were kind of hoping, to be honest, you were hoping Alberto put a path to the peak in play last turn. I think if Alberto had a path, Alberto would have probably put a path in play. But I think Alberto just hasn't seen a path yet, because plenty of path left here for Alberto. So it could have path this turn and then path next turn. There's the Entei, but it does only have a double turbo to work with to actually pull off an attack this turn. You definitely want to save the Radiant Charizard to match up into the next Giratina here. So you're not trying to... Yeah, you're not trying to attack with the Radiant Charizard here now. That wouldn't be very good. You have to go with the Entei here. You don't really have a choice as Caroline. And you still have Fleet-Footed, so you could Fleet-Footed into a Fire Energy, theoretically. Or maybe a Jet or Gift if Caroline plays any of those. We'll see. Here's the switch. Here's the Fleet. Oh, second double turbo. Okay, that works as well. Double turbo this turn, double turbo next turn. No additional pings from the... whatever those things are called. Also, no tool card found, which sucks for Caroline, because like you're missing out on like +1 Iron Valiant for every switch card you use each turn without switching into an Iron Valiant. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, so that kind of sucks. So this because with the, how much are you doing? 230. So you still need 3 Valiant pings to KO this Tina next turn, alongside the Radiant Charizard. And now Roxanne is online. So now things are gonna get tough. Things are going to get really tough here for Caroline. You got to get Roxanne. There's the paths. Yeah. Alberto's been waiting for these paths. Puts a Comfey in play. Okay, interesting choice to do the Comfey, but it might not be too risky at this point. I assume you just want another Tina here, but maybe also going to get that from Alberto. I don't know if I love the Comfey play. Doesn't feel too risky here from Alberto, but I can't say I love it. Yeah, we're not going to get another Tina down here from Alberto. Maybe there's not another Tina to get down. Might even send up the Comfey here. But there was a Super Rod in the hand, I think, maybe. Goodbye, switch card. There's the path. There's the Super Rod. So we could have put another Tina on the bench. But the Super Rod didn't come off the Comfey, right? So there could have been another Tina on the bench here from Alberto. I feel like that was the better play from Alberto, was like play the Super Rod, recover the energy plus the Tina, Nest Ball for the Tina. Put the Jet Energy back into the deck with the Roxanne. You could still maybe bench a Comfey, but I probably wouldn't bench a Comfey there. Because the Comfey's like could get Yoga Looped theoretically. Wants to find Path before Roxanne, but you don't need to find Path before Roxanne. You just can, but you don't need to. There's no need to. I don't know if it's worth putting Comfy in play to find Path before Roxanne, because there's a good chance you just draw the Roxanne off the path, or you draw into an energy that you can Greninja away and then draw into the path. I don't know, putting like the liability of the Comfy in play without putting another Tina in play doesn't seem great from Alberto. I don't like that, because you could have just gone bench Tina V Roxanne. That seems better. I like that way more. Yeah, Super Rod, Tina back to the deck, put some energy back in the deck, maybe play a gate if you have the gate in hand, get the Tinas loaded, Roxanne. Now, like, if your Tina dies here as Alberto, which it could, like, if Caroline just draws a research here, this Tina could just die to Radiant Zard. Like, that's not that ridiculous. There's only one Magma Basin left, but it's, like, possible. But if you have a backup Tina as Alberto here, you can just win next turn by going Gust, KO, Squawkabilly with Shred. Because Carolina can't win this turn unless Carolina draws, like, ridiculous and gets... Well, now, actually, it is possible for Caroline to win this turn, because now Caroline can go Yoga Loop the Comfy and then KO the Giratina next turn with Radiant Charizard. So now it actually is possible for Caroline to win this turn, to be honest. But Alberto could have like set up a board state where I feel like it's almost impossible. Like, I don't even think Path is necessary this turn, really, from Alberto, to be honest. As long as you have the backup Tina. But you're always going to get a Path here if you just like play the... If you just play the other thing, you're always going to have it anyways, I think. You're always going to have the... You should react to my reaction, would be funny. Wait, your reaction to what, Grant? To this game, or what did you react to? Yeah, so I feel like Alberto like opened up a situation where now all of a sudden Carolina, it would be actually kind of... Oh, no, that doesn't look like it's... Well, no, there's no way it's going to happen. Yeah, I don't think this is going to happen out of this hand. Yeah, what do you even do here? I think this one's over. I don't think there's anything to do out of this hand. Caroline has to go retreat to Radiant Zard, pass. That is the play here for Caroline. Which is not good, if you didn't know. It's pretty bad. Boom. Zard, go ahead. Alberto, draw. Boss, maybe? Possible? Can't countercatcher anymore. Can't just KO through the active, though. Once the Radiant Charizard is gone, there's really no threat on the Tina anyway, so it's like fine. There's no threat on it anyways. You can just start Requiem the Radiant Charizard and like attach active and you're chilling. Big chilling. Colress happening though. That's also chill. Love some Colress action. It's really, yeah, it's like doesn't really matter. They already... Oh, did Alberto already use Star Requiem? Really? Was it last turn? Oh, you're right. The Star Requiem has happened. Oh, that could make things awkward actually at this point then. I guess it could still get awkward here then. If Caroline... Actually, Caroline's Ionos might still both be prized. Because using Lost Impact here is not great. Oh, there's a gate. Energy active. Okay. It should be fine here for Alberto. Energy active, attach active, Lost Impact. And all you need is an energy next turn. But if the Iono happens, the energy are in the hand. They go to the bottom of the deck. There's the Entei push-up from Caroline. It has to be the vacuum to bump the path, to draw one off fleet-footed and hope to get... To be honest, if you get the Iono here, there's a research. Okay, hold up. But you can't... Well, hold on. Let me cook. I still don't think there's a win condition here for Caroline, though. No. You can Yoga Loop the Comfy and then play Iono. That's the win condition here for Caroline. Yoga Loop Comfy, Iono next turn. I don't think we're... Oh, hold up. Is that it? That's close. 1, 2... Switch 20, retreat 20, switch... No, we're a switch card short. Wait, that's actually kind of crazy. Almost, but then you'd also have to top deck Iono. You'd have to top deck Iono on the next turn. The Iono is in the deck. The Iono, there was both prize, but one of them looks like they got taken out of the prize cards. Yeah, almost. But yeah, gonna be one card short here, it looks like, unless I miscounted. Yeah, literally one switch card short from Yoga Loop Comfy, top deck Iono, play Iono. Tina gets stuck, then you punch it with Entei twice and win. That could have been crazy. It would have been an Iono to 1 as well. Yeah, I don't like the way, like, this is like, it's like happening. Like, what I was talking about is like potentially happen, where it's like Alberto can get punished from benching this Comfy when there was no reason to bench the Comfy, like, at all. Just put 2 Tinas in play and you win as Alberto. And Alberto was like, what about flower selecting? I was like, I don't know. It's not very good. Attach, punch, and then pray Alberto doesn't have an energy. There's the punch. Alberto does have the energy. Believe it or not. Yeah, we didn't get to see, like, no paths early from Alberto, so which is what you want to do. You want to be aggressive with Path to the Peaks in this matchup. It looks like Alberto has 4 path as well. I'm not 100% sure. Alberto might only be rocking 3. But yeah, I think definitely sloppy on Alberto's side. And honestly, Caroline played it really well, but just like literally just like the early, what's it called, draws, so did not give him anything. So, Yeah. Yeah. Caroline just didn't literally just had nothing in the early turns. All right, we do have. Actually, I don't even know who chose to go first or second here. Did Caroline choose to go second? I don't like that. Wait, let me think about that. First versus second in this matchup. I don't know. You want to set up so little as Alberto in this matchup. Like, you don't. We're not trying to bench 5 Pokemon in this matchup as Alberto. I think you go first as Caroline. I think you go first. Squawk and Medicham, both prizes miserable. Oh, was the squad prize? Yeah, I gotta like check the prize cards a little bit more thoroughly. Well, Caroline might play 2 Squawk. I don't know. The Medicham prize is unfortunate. I don't know about Heavy Ball. Entei prize is fine. 2 switch cards is whatever. On Alberto's side, second Super Rod kind of annoying, but can definitely survive. But then you let Tina use Abyss Seeking. That's true. And they kind of want to Abyss Seeking anyways. Okay, maybe you do go second in this matchup, to be honest. Do you just go second in a majority of Entei's match? Should Entei be choosing to go second? Yeah, should Entei just be choosing to go second? Maybe it should. I don't know. Unsure. Turn 1 Path from Alberto as well here. Yeah, there might be enough. There might be enough matchups for going second with Entei. Makes sense. But like, see, I want to go first as Entei. I want to go first against Gardevoir so I can just build up Valiant Pings. I think before they do anything against Charizard. I want to go second against Charizard. Honestly, your statement, Avery, makes me if you start your statement with "I've done X," then I actually just respect your opinion less. I'm not gonna lie. As a person who's won 2 cups with it, you def go second. I'm not saying you don't go second, but when anyone starts their take or opinion with "I've done X," it makes me actually just take your opinion less seriously. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if you want to tell me why you think that's different, but just being like, I've won 2 League Cups, I'm just like, bruh. I could show up to Cups and play Entei, and then win 2 League Cups, and I could say you should go first. Especially in this matchup, especially with how Alberto is playing it. Try to do Yoga Loop turn 1 on a Comfy. Yeah, I think that's probably fair, to be honest. Yeah, going second in this matchup, I'm down with. I've won 0 cups with Tina. I reckon you go second. Or do you want to read a book? I mean, it's just like, yeah, I don't know. I'll let you know though. I take people's opinions less seriously when they start it with "I won X tournament." Even X tournament. Like, even if you said like, yeah, if you just started with X anything, to be honest. Like, it's useless information. Like, it's just useless information. It's like, it doesn't tell me why anything should happen. Yo, what's up, Dirty? Appreciate the 38 months. Hope all's going well for you as well. I'm gonna see you in. Are you gonna be at San Antonio? Yeah, it's not useful information. It doesn't tell me anything. It's not useful if he wants people to know he won 2 cups. Yeah, but it doesn't help me decide whether or not I want to go first or second with Entei. Like, but what is it with Europe and Shinbab Excalibur? Do they just not like the archetype? I don't. They're just not playing it. Portland's the next stop. All right, well, I'll see you there for sure. It's Yap, dude. It is yapping, to be honest. All right, so Caroline once again with a pretty mediocre start. Just gonna build up some pings on the Comfy, it looks like, and no turn 1 attack. Could get off second fleet-footed though. Honestly, going for second fleet-footed seems worth it to try and find like Nest Ball or, well, there's Magma Basin. But I don't think that's doing anything. There's a research in the hand, but we're not using that till next turn. This is not great. This is another super slow. This is not what you want as Entei. This ain't it. This ain't it. So now with 2-1 prizes in play from Alberto already, the Sableye and the Comfy, you could bench a third one if you wanted to at some point, because then it would go from even to odd. But you probably don't want to do it too early to boost Entei's damage into your Tina, because you probably are using the Abyss Seeking here from Alberto. And also, I don't even know if you want to bench another Tina once again to avoid the damage boost from the Entei. So you could just go. You do want to Abyss Seeking. There's the Jet. Getting rid of a Colress off of Colress. Usually don't want to get rid of Colress. I wonder what the rest of the hand is. Or there might just be another Colress in the hand here from Alberto. And a Water. The Water also bites the dust. So there's another Colress, and there's a Colress and a Roxanne in the hand here. So I assume we're gonna see it's gonna jet to the Comfey instead of the Abyss Seeking. Maybe he just really wants to heal that Comfey, I guess. I don't hate the idea of healing the Comfey. I'm down to heal some Comfeys. Lawsona Squawk. Oh, Caroline did Lawsona Squawk. Wait, from the Colress? So I guess Caroline just gave up on having an aggressive turn. Wait, what the heck was this from Alberta? If we're gonna send up the Comfey... If we're gonna send up the Comfey like this... We're at 5 in the loss zone? We're gonna send up the Comfey like... Dude, we're getting Yoga Looped for sure. There's no shot. I feel like we should play around getting Yoga Looped. I don't like the way Alberto played this. Like, why not just Abyss Seeking there? Like, you don't die. Yeah, she did loss on the Squawk there. So chose to play it a little bit slower, I guess. Does play double Squawk though. Confirms the 2 Squawk. Yeah, it does confirm the 2 Squawk. Yeah, I would like to have seen Carolina be more aggressive there and go for like a turn with Yoga Loop, or just get more stuff in play. Or if Caroline checked the prize cards and saw that the Metacham was prized, Carolina was maybe like, well, if the Metacham's prized, do I really need to be like try really be that aggressive? Maybe not. Yeah. This Squawk because you drew most all the energy deck. There's still a decent amount left. I think there's still enough left. I don't know. We'll see. Fleet-footed into a switch card. I don't like the fleet-footed before research there, though, actually. Should definitely research and then fleet-footed. I'm curious as to what Caroline was trying to see to fleet-footed first here. Because there's nothing in the hand that combos with anything you could draw off your cards. Now that you drew the switch card, now you have to switch card into an Iron Valiant to not lose value of your switch cards. But yeah, there's no reason to ever use fleet-footed first there, I don't think. Just attach active, play Magma Basin, play research, and then go from there. But now you have a switch card. Now you should 100% play the switch card into the Iron Valiant. Carolina should 100% switch card into Iron Valiant here to get value out of the switch cards are just too important in this deck to not get value out of. And if you play research, you're playing research assuming you're going to draw into a switch card. So, oh, there is a boss in the hand though. Maybe Caroline is. Oh wait, is it a boss and not a research this whole time? Wait, I don't like this. This is so slow. Wait, is there not a research in the hand? Is it just if we have a boss here? I feel like we're bossing the Tina every time and punching it. Oh, there is no research in the hand. Wait, what? Hold on. Okay, dude, I swear there was a research in the hand. It's a boss the whole time. All right, we got to go back to that turn 1 then. Hold up. What happened here? Battle VIP'd for no Squawk. I guess I'm not fine with that. We want to be more aggressive here, I think. There's a path in play. Oh, no Squawk because there's a path in play. Okay, hold up. But then we see Squawk Vacuum off of the Colress and don't take Squawk Vacuum with a dead hand? All right, yeah, that's definitely incorrect here from Caroline. Unless Caroline would draw pass at the beat. Wait, did Caroline choose to go first and draw pass? No, because it played a Battle VIP pass. And then we play the Colress. And then we see Squawk Vacuum. And then we should take Squawk Vacuum. I don't know. You can pick one. I don't know what the next one should be. But we should 100% Squawk a Billy here. The Billy should be squawked here. I thought the boss was a research, so I was a little bit more fine with it. If we knew Metacham was prized. If we knew Metacham was prized and we had a research in hand, maybe not squawking is fine. But this hand, we needed to squawk at it for sure. Also, I think Entei punching a 1 prizer is also not what you ever want to be doing. Yeah, Entei punching a 1 prizer is never what you want to do. Right, we'll skip back here. So I think Caroline should 100% boss this Tina and punch the Tina. Well, I guess Caroline is playing for the prize card. This is so inefficient. This is so bad. This attack here is so bad. I would probably still just boss the Tina and hope the Tina gets stuck. Hope Alberto has to Abyss Seeking. Hope Alberto can attack next turn. Or hope your fleet-footed or top deck are really good. Because this punch is so bad. Like the whole point of this deck is to use the Iron Valiants to KO the little things and use your Entei to KO a little thing at full HP, or ideally just only hit big things. That's why you play the Metacham and stuff. So yeah, I really don't like that play from Caroline. I think you should just boss the Tina, punch the Tina. Boss the Tina, punch it. Holding the switch card is fine then if we don't have a research. I thought we had a research the whole time. There was no research the whole time. Pretty good draw there from Alberto. Tina pieces, path, and then maybe has a loss impact out of hand here. Is going to go up to 7 here in the loss zone. So just needs some gates, gate and attachment, double gate, stuff like that. We're chilling. She couldn't do anything with the squawk with path and play who are going to course. Yeah, it was possible. It was possible Caroline had already given up on it mentally, and then like when the play was presented of vacuum plus squawk, just completely forgot about it. But either way, definitely a mistake there from Caroline. All right, Tina's getting loaded. I assume we're gonna see the lost impact here from Alberto with how slow of a start Carolina got. I keep saying Carolina. Caroline got 3 path in the hand. I mean, you do want paths in this matchup, so I don't hate it. You want to chain them. Did Alberto regret benching the other Tina there immediately? It seemed like it kind of. There we go. Lost on 2. Yeah, I think Alberto regretted benching the other Tina there because it does let the Tina or the Entei hit the active Tina harder here. Okay, base it in play, fleet-footed. We're all in on it. I don't like this choice here from Caroline though. Should have sent up Iron Valiant first. Wait, does that make sense? Yeah, send up Iron Valiant first. Use Magma Base into Entei. Switch card into Entei. Fleet-footed for 1, right? I think so, yeah. Keep thinking the boss of orders is a research. Bro, I know. It looks like a research. The boss of orders looks like a research. How long did I play before I had my first day 2? I day 2'd my my first regional. I mean, I don't. It was just different back then. What was the first regional where day 2s were a thing? I probably also day 2'd the first regional. I've been playing since 2010. So I've been playing before day 2 in a regional was a thing. Like back when 2010, you just top cut. We just went from, so was it 7 rounds of Swiss? We went 7 rounds of Swiss into top 32, like bracket top 32, single elimination top 32. So you just want to immediately, like nationals was 9 rounds of Swiss, best of 1, by the way, 9 rounds, best of 1 into top 128. So they just took the top 128 players and put them in a single elimination bracket, and you just like played from there. So technically, I day 2'd the first regional I ever played in. Yeah, as a master. Do I like that format? It's fine. I mean, all formats are fine. All formats are chill. All right, we're KOing this hit. Once again, this is like a really bad attack for Caroline. It's a really good attack for Alberto. As Caroline, you want to Iron Valiant / Yoga Loop KO the small stuff and punch the big stuff. So a punch from an Entei going into a Sableye is really good for Alberto. Because once again, the Tinas are just unscathed. They're just chilling on the back line. Like, all right, that's fine. Take out the small squad. Should have been best of 3 in bracket. Oh yeah, in the bracket it was best 2 out of 3. Swiss rounds were best of 1. Bracket was best 2 out of 3. Yeah, correction. Yeah, 128 bracket happened day 2, right? Oh yeah, that was day 2. Yeah, that was day 2. Any advice for new players? Play more Pokemon. New players. Oh, we're just going to an Abyss Seeking here from Alberto. This is what I thought would happen when Alberto would have like a slow follow up here. Gets rid of the Comfy for sure. Actually, maybe keep the Comfy because you could putting another 1 prizer in play here isn't terrible from Alberto, but gets rid of Comfy and Counter Catcher, which also seems reasonable. It definitely also seems reasonable. All right, over to Caroline. Can get another punch off of the anti-hero and has the 4 Seal Stone. Any advice for new players? Please just play a lot of Pokemon. Just play a lot of Pokemon. I actually think that's like one of the biggest things. I've said this before. That's like one of the biggest things. I think way too many players in the current Pokemon TCG have way too high of expectations going into a tournament for how little Pokemon they play. So if you're like a newer player to the game, like you can just be on track to outplace some good players in the game just by playing a lot of Pokemon. Way too many players expect way too much out of with how much time they put into the game. So you can just straight up outwork. I think currently, I said this actually before, currently in the Pokemon TCG, you can outwork the vast majority of Pokemon players, for sure. The vast majority of Pokemon players can be outworked. Like, you don't gotta do anything special. You just need to like sit down, come up with a process, and set forth a good structure for your practice, and then just play a lot of Pokemon. A lot of people just don't put that much time into the game. And a lot of people in the Pokemon TCG expect way more for how much they put into it as well. All right, research off the 4 Seal Stone here for Caroline. What are we looking for here? I don't know. Radiant Charizard KO the active would be pretty clean, actually. Radiant Charizard KO the active. Actually, Escape Rope, Entei Punch the bench, build up some more Iron Valiant Pings is probably the best play here for Caroline. Actually, I actually like the Radiant Charizard KO the active here is the play here for Caroline. Because then, if Alberto can't get around the Radiant Charizard, Carolina can win with Entei hit to win. So yeah, I think actually punch with the Radiant Charizard here is the play here for Carolina. So we need a double turbo, which we might be out of actually, to be honest. And we need a Radiant Charizard and a Magma Basin. Let's see. Nope. No shot. No chance. All right. Well, We can still fleet-footed. I think we should, to be honest, too. Bump the path. That's like 2 or 3 paths down here for Alberto now. Okay, Nest Ball. We were actually only a double turbo short here from Caroline. We got the Magma Basin. Yeah, we were just a double turbo short. And they were in the deck. So was the Radiant Charizard. And getting the Radiant Charizard here is probably... That's like such an important Pokemon to get. We should probably just go get that. That makes sense. Got a couple switch cards to use here. Here comes the Basin to load up the Radiant Charizard. Not having a full bench here sucks. Should probably just play the Tool card, though, as Caroline. And probably maybe use one of the... Well, yeah, now you choose if you... You should use one of the switch cards. Escape Rope if you want to punch the bench. Switch if you want to punch the active. And honestly, I could not tell you which one would be better to punch here. He's going to go with the 40 on the bench and then retreat, punch the active. This seems fine to me, though, to be honest. If Caroline can find a Iono and get, like, Radiant Charizard KO, whatever Tina comes up, plus Iono, as long as Alberto doesn't get, like, double Mirage Gate here, then it's possible for Caroline to win this one for sure, to be honest. But if Alberto has, like, double Mirage Gate here, it's going to get pretty tough, to be honest. Yeah, double Mirage Gate or something like that would be pretty tough to come back from. Like, just getting both Tina set up to be able to attack would definitely make this a tough one for sure. We'll see, though. Here comes a Mirage Gate. I don't know why we're stopped. Oh, just remove the little buttons. Okay, Grass, Water. Has Psychic in hand. So Grass active. Maybe Water active as well. Grass, Water active. Wait, Grass, Water active. Water active. Maybe that makes sense. Psychic bench. Switch cart. Star Requiem. Star Requiem still online. Makes sense, makes sense. No Psychic on both of them. Kind of sucks, though. Also, the Roxanne is not available here for Alberta. Oh, Psychic active. So we're going to loss on 2 off the... Wait. Does that make sense? I guess that... Well, you're going to go Loss Impact, get rid of the Water and the... Jet. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I don't know. If we can't get a Psychic on our bench one, we could hit him with... It could hit the Iono here as well. But the Psychic's in your hand here is Alberto. But if there's a lot of gates left in the deck, you could Iono into a gate. Yeah, I guess maybe... I don't know. This kind of feels a little weird to me. It feels like Alberto maybe could have left a Water on the bench. No, but I guess you still have Star Requiem left. Yeah, I guess this is probably... Well, I don't know. It feels like it could have been done differently, but maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe this is just the way to do it. I think Alberto does have Psychic Water, so it comes down to an Iono here from a Caroline. But there's no Iono in the hand. Just research, escape. Oh, wait, top deck? Nope. So yeah, I'm pretty sure there is... Wait, there might actually not be Boss in the hand here for Alberto. You might have to go through this Charizard, but I think that's probably still fine. No, hold up. If Caroline can go Escape Rope, knock out the bench one... Spiritomb, actually, to be honest, is that all the Pokemon that are left? Wait, no, there's like Iron Valiants left in there, right? Spiritomb's an interesting grab. Caroline can go Escape Rope KO the benched one. And then... So it was a mistake to send up this Iron Valiant, to be honest. We should have sent up the other one, Escape Rope into this one. So we have the pivot to move. Escape Rope KO this Tina. And then Entei KO this Tina is the play here. And hope Alberto doesn't play or doesn't have... Even if they play it, doesn't have Boss. I don't know if Alberto plays Boss or not. But now Charizard's in the active here, so we might not be able to use our switch cards as efficiently to build up more damage on the bench one. There's the Magma Basin, so we're close. We need an Entei here, though. Does Caroline have an Entei? That's the question. We should definitely bench one of these Iron Valiants. I don't know if we should bench both. I can see not benching both being correct. Or Seal Stone being played seems cool. And... Oh, I guess benching Spiritomb plays around Escape Rope. Yeah, that's right. Benching Spiritomb plays around Escape Rope. I'm kind of just... Mentally, I don't think... I'm already... Like, I don't think Alberto plays Escape Rope. But it's correct for Caroline to bench that. Boss top deck? Nope. Roxanne top deck. But no Entei set up here for Caroline. So Roxanne's going to hit pretty hard. It's going to be hard to come back from for sure. I wonder if Caroline should have just benched the other Iron Valiant, being like, well, if Alberto doesn't take a knockout here, I need a switch card to win with my Radiant Charizard. So I'm just going to bench this Iron Valiant so I don't draw into it off Roxanne, increasing my odds after Alberto probably takes a knockout of drawing into the Entei combo. I could see that. Alberto's thinking he's going to play a Mirage Gate. I don't know if there's any energy left. It doesn't really matter. At this point, Alberto's just trying to thin out the deck as much as possible. But actually, yeah, no, it doesn't really make it different. Well, no, actually, it doesn't really matter because Alberto can attach active as well. I guess Alberto here could try and move the Giratina and then attack with Sableye and KO the Spiritomb and bench a Comfey to play around Escape Rope. So that way Caroline needs switch card for the Radiant Charizard and Boss. But I think Alberto's probably just going to go for, okay, I'm going to KO your active, plus Roxanne you. Hope you don't have the Entei play. And how much is Entei even doing? 120? 140, 160? Would need triple switch card double switch card, no, triple switch card plus Entei, Magma Base, and Energy, which is pretty unlikely. Alberto nerfing himself by playing T-Knight every event. Could take over the world for real. True. I agree. Yeah, definitely. Have a go, Drew. Definitely agree. We should be thankful that Alberto doesn't pick up a good deck. Sticks with the Tina. 1, 2, 3. I think there's a boss in the hand now. Could still play, actually, a 1 prizer down here. Actually, that's interesting. You'd have to count how many switch cards Caroline has left. If Alberto knows Caroline has to use an escape rope to be able to pull off enough damage from the Iron Valiance to KO the Giratina, even with benching another Pokemon, then benching Greninja could make sense. Because then if Carolina doesn't get double escape rope, but only gets 1 escape rope, then the Greninja stays in the active as a 1 prizer, but it probably doesn't make a huge difference. But yeah, it should just be Star Requiem into Lost Impact next turn, or Lost Impact this turn to Star Requiem next turn. Does it really matter which way you do it? I guess not really, right? Yeah, I don't think so. All right, Nest Ball. Is there no Entei left? For the Metacham, let's go. There's no Entei left. The third Entei was prized. If there is only 3 in the list, which it looks like there is. That is unfortunate. Take one more look at the hand. Oh, there wasn't a... Well, there was still possible through fleet-footed into research, but then you'd have to research into a bunch of switch cards. But it was possible, potentially. Yeah. Yeah, the last Entei was prized. It was still going to be tough. Like, even if it wasn't prized, getting it off of it was still going to be a really, really tough.